So this stream should be ready to go. It should be ready to go. Let me see. Let me make sure I got everything straight. Alright, 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 alright. Get right. Okay, so we got day 3, which is the 4th round. I don't know who's all tuning in for this late into the draft, if anybody even cares anymore. I don't even know if niggas still care anymore this late into it, but I care, so. Also, he needs a new geek card, so he has to retire. Yeah, ain't nobody fucking with him. Ain't nobody fucking with McCoy. I'm still waiting on Keonte Scott. Let's see. We'll see what we do. I think the Lions will do some moves. I guarantee the Lions trade something. I don't know if they trade up or back, but the Lions will make a trade today. I can damn near guarantee that one. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Keep it on that. And then let's go. I keep downloading shit on my computer. Like, what the fuck? Damn, for real? Boy, this should be annoying. God damn, bro.
And you think to yourself, does any of this matter anymore? Night two has been quite something else. The Buffalo Bills will be the first team on the clock tomorrow, day 3. And the Bills just a couple of minutes away from being on the clock there in Pittsburgh. Don't worry about that little rain, a little bit of mist. Ain't a problem. It'll blow over. Beautiful day 3, and the folks are out in force from all reaches of Pennsylvania, apparently. Here at DJ's, today's Day 3 coverage includes Rich Eisen running his annual 40-yard dash in support of St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Donate to St. Jude and tune in to our coverage for Run Rich Run later today on NFL Network. That is not slow down.
Okay, I didn't even see round 3 yesterday, so I'm gotta get all the way caught up on that one.
Expected to hear early on
Uh,
in day 3. Now, it's the 4th round of the draft.
here we
Davis
go
said
with
once you get to
this.
round 5, it's like a coin flip whether a guy's going to make a roster, but that doesn't mean that some of these names right there,
All right,
and
perfect.
some of the names we're going to hear today can't have an immediate impact. Baldy, who we look at?
Right there, number 4, Mike Washington Jr. from Arkansas. Had a great senior.
What's up, y'all?
Had a great last year at Arkansas after transferring from different schools. But I mean, 223 pounds, 4'3", 340, like average 6.5 yards a carry for an Arkansas team that wasn't very good up front. He had to do a lot of that.
All right, so yeah, I didn't see most of this yesterday.
In the open field. But he's got everything you need.
Let me see.
Fluid hips, Mike. Yeah, fluid hips right there. On a 223-pound
My
frame.
volume working?
A guy that can hit home runs like he does right here, just running away from the competition.
Yeah, everything sounds
Washington's
good.
just gonna make a roster.
Okay, Carson Beck, Tyler Onyedem, Romello Hyde, Takario Davis is a guy I thought we could have got later. I hate that he went to the Bengals, but we didn't have a 3rd-round pick. AJ Halsey, Zachariah. Damn, Pregnant went 24 to the Jaguars. Okay. Kalen Black, Jayshon Barham, Dunker. We can double up on edge and get Denai Dennis Sutton. He fell all the way to the 4th round. We got pick 18. Let's see who's available. Jamar McCoy has degenerative knee. I am not interested in Jamar McCoy or his degenerative knee. I got to be honest with y'all. Jalen Kilgore would be a really good pick if we can get him in the 4th round. Keonte Scott in the 4th round would be a really good pick. If the Lions wanted to go with 2 situational pass rushers, kind of undersized guys, Joshua Josephs is pretty good too, but I doubt that will happen. Keith Abney's undersized, but he's scrappy and he can play. Lions could give him a shot. Denai Dennis Sutton is still on the board. Athletic freak that just needs to be coached up. That could be a nice pick for us. Justin Jolly out of NC State will be a really good tight end too, and possible really cheap. Not as good replacement for Sam Laporta, but possibly a future starter one day. I do like Justin Jolly out of NC State. Diego Pounds is a project tackle, swing tackle, with possibility to move inside and play guard. So that could be a project player in this round. Bo Stevens, if they wanted to go get a guard. There's some guys that I like still out here. There's still a couple of guys I like that can make this round interesting. And a couple of these guys, it's not that I don't like them, is I never heard of them. So it might still be some talent around. I mean, there's obviously still talent around. There's got to be talent outside of the talent that I recognize is still around as well, right? Because a couple of these guys can really play. Starting with Keonte Scott, 4.3 speed. But he's not a man corner. I think that's why he's falling. He needs to play more zone probably. We had a lot of success playing more zone. I wish we could get to more zone.
I'm looking forward to some guys that I really liked in this draft. As my pound the table guys, can see them get drafted today. That's what day 3 is all.
I wouldn't be mad if the Lions went guard some type of way. Still some 6-foot corners out there. So we'll see. Bro, a 12-hour stream, yes, sir. Sup, what's good, y'all? What's good? Hey, Mom, you don't smoke anymore? Yes, sir. I'm about to smoke right now. Glad you reminded me. Taylor Green, quarterback in the fifth or later. I love to take Taylor Green because he can be a wide receiver if a good gadget player. I just want athletes, man. Let me go get the bong real quick.
Thank you for your hospitality, your passion, for your dedication to make this weekend so incredible. As I mentioned last night, over 600,000 people attended the draft in the first 2 days. That's a record. So here's a challenge, Pittsburgh. Day 3. Detroit had 775,000.
Yeah. 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 Detroit has 775,000.
You're at home, get over here. We need you here so Pittsburgh can get the record.
Detroit, Detroit, nigga. We run shit.
Before we get started, I wanted to welcome just a few special guests besides the Pittsburgh Marching Band.
The Lions I'm talking about.
On stage are more than 100 high school
Free All-Star JR.
from across western Pennsylvania, representing schools that have either had a player drafted in the league or a player inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They pay homage to the region's most iconic football players.
I had to give a free All-Star JR. Yeah, if you know, you know.
The Steelers have commissioned custom footballs and helmets for each school. Also with us on stage are local Pittsburgh business owners who have helped bring this event to life and make this draft happen. Thank you all for being with us here today. Again, if you're home, come on down. All right, Pittsburgh, you ready to do this? Yins ready?
Don't try to yins my Pittsburgh people.
Round 4 of the 2026 NFL Draft is now officially open. The Las Vegas Raiders.
Pitt not gonna beat Detroit. But golf gonna be here for a while. But we done start restructuring that contract.
Seventh round pick in next year's draft to the Bills to just trade up one spot. So day 3 hadn't even officially begun, and a trade.
They wanted to move up one spot.
And there's your trade board, if you will. So next
All right, come on. We don't need this. It's round 4. We don't need to make this like a long process. Get them fucking picks in. Y'all had all day.
what do you think, Daniel? What's going on over there? Actually, somebody they definitely wanted. We're going to keep an eye
How y'all feeling about yesterday, though? How y'all feeling about Derek Moore?
on him as the best available player. Healthy, he's long off the board, but
How y'all feeling about Derek Moore, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? I know y'all got to see my video. Y'all got to watch other people's videos. Y'all got to see some highlights. Y'all got to see some film. How y'all feeling, man? Some people didn't like that I didn't give it an A+, like I gave a first-round pick. I gave it a B+, though. I have my reasons. I think Derek Moore going to be a dog, but I just don't see him as a 3-down player. I think he's a pass rush specialist, rotational specialist, which isn't a knock. The Lions have needed a pass rush specialist for a while. Since the last time the Lions had a pass rush specialist in James Houston, they didn't know what to do with him, and therefore just let him go. But he did also get hurt and kind of hurt himself. Good thing about Derek Moore is he's a lot bigger, a lot more physical than James Houston, so I think he'll stick around. But the Lions first have to show me that they know what to do with him, because this isn't a player that's going to line up at edge or left edge 99%. No, he's going to stand up a lot. He's going to stand up a lot more than he has his hand in the dirt, although I do think he will do that at times, maybe late in the game. But I think he'll also be one of those guys that's just like a Sam linebacker that plays on-ball linebacker, playing on that edge when we go into sub packages. He's a great sub blitzer, as Brad Holmes talked about in his interview. So I expect him to attack the A gap, the B gap, rush from wide 9, 7, all over the place. But I just don't see him as an every down edge, or maybe he converts all the way to, I don't know, if there's like a philosophy change or whatever the case may be. But I think he'll fill into the Al-Qadim Muhammad role, and you should have a better, cheaper version. And we saw what he could do, with being pulled off the field or running downs and just coming in and pass rushing. He had some huge games, and I think the Lions think that Derek Moore could have very much similar success, if not more, without having to pay him any money or any, without having to pay $6 million. Or unless the second round pick gets $6 million. I don't know. More not bad. I wanted Zion or Parker. How you feeling about both the draft picks so far, and who do you want the Lions to draft from now on? I'm pretty much satisfied with both of the picks. I'm satisfied with both of the picks. I did have, guys ranked ahead of them, both of them when they were picked. They were still available, but at the end of the day, when you look at the player profiles of each, there's definitely specific roles and specific things that these players are really good in, and all of them will help the Lions. When it comes to Derek Moore, he's a guy that I've seen and featured. I didn't feature because I honestly thought – I didn't think the Lions would take a situational pass rusher or a pass rush specialist, I should say. I thought that they would be kind of hard-headed in their approach and go after only the particular T.J. Parker, Zion Young build. Jamar McCoy goes number 1 in the 4th round to the Raiders. So they got 2 guys over there now between him and Max Crosby. But Jamal McCoy goes to the Raiders, round 4, pick 1, which is nice. But as far as like I was saying though, for the Lions to go get a pass rush specialist who has a little more umph on him than James Houston had, he should be able to stick around. They should be able to find a role for him. In this round, I would like to come away with a rotational player, somebody that can rotate in and play now. I'm still heavy on Keonte Scott. Denied Dennis Sutton is still there if they want to get exotic with their blitz packages, and just have another young guy that's big and athletic that they can mold. Keonte Scott, again, a 4-3 guy that can come in and play some nickel or possibly move to safety. I think he might have a future at safety the way he plays, and he should consider it, especially considering his age. There's still a ton of talent out there. Just got to see how fast they run with us having 17 picks to wait. Well, 15 now with Buffalo having their pick in. Kind of felt like, hey, Mom, can we get Freeling, Yankis? No, Miller. No, we got Miller more at home. It's a completely fine draft so far, just not as excited as if I wanted to be. Y'all can understand it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. When it comes to Derek Moore, there's tons of excitement. It's just completely different. Like when you look at the possibility of the way that you can rush Derek Moore, he's purely a pass rush specialist. If we were to get Zion Young, I mean, he fits the mold better. He's huge. He's 6'6", 275, but he's gonna rush from 7'9", 5'4", right? Sure. But you kick him inside. He'll rush from some 3-tech, some 4-tech, as a defensive tackle as well. That's what I'm saying about Zion Young. So that's where he was exciting. Jude Bowery out of Boston College goes to Buffalo. But when you take a guy like Derek Moore, I mean, who is more refined as a pass rusher than Zion Young is, but you're not gonna get that 3-down starter like you would have got out of Zion Young. Zion Young's a 3. You don't have to pull Zion Young off the field. He can pass rush. He can set the edge. He's 6'6", 275. But when you got a guy like Derek Moore, like the possibilities are endless. If you have a defensive coordinator that is creative enough. I haven't seen that quite yet out of Calvin Shepard, but this is a true chess piece you get with Derek Moore. But that's why it could also fail, because if they don't know what to do with him, it's gonna be worthless having him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a 3-down player. You don't get a full-time starter, and then you don't know what you're gonna get out of Peyton Turner and DJ Wanham. But for sure, on 3rd down, you can put him in the game, and he's got some juice coming off the edge. He's for sure got some juice coming off the edge. And then you can put him in the A gap, you can put him in the B gap. You know what I'm saying? If he can refine his tools as a linebacker, as a Sam, And it doesn't have to be off ball. It could be on ball. The possibilities are endless with him. Is just how much can he grow and how creative can we be defensively? And we just haven't been that creative of a defense. So it's a risk, but the reward is up there. The ceiling is higher than that of a Zion Young. The ceiling is definitely higher. And then you account in for the character concerns. And you have to, you know what I'm saying? So you know how it goes. But when it comes to Monroe Freeling, I've kind of convinced myself that they have convinced themselves that they already plan to pay. They already plan to pay Penei Sewell left tackle money this season, which is why they did Taylor Decker so dirty, because it was just business. It wasn't personal. The way the finances are shaken up, it was either you take a pay cut or we pay him left tackle money. Because if you look at Penei Sewell's contract, the first 2 years were relatively dog cheap at $8-9 million, and it jumped from $8-9 million up to 28, 32, 38 million. So they didn't really covet a left tackle, and Monroe Freeling is a left tackle. And so they coveted the best play now right tackle. And then that's kind of what you got out of Blake Miller. We'll see, though, if Max ends up that guy in Pittsburgh, you know. But that's always the risk. It's always the risk. What's going to save the draft is what he does now. I almost guarantee there's some type of trade. There is some type of trade that goes on as Darrell Jackson Jr. goes to the Jets. I'm rooting for you, Aaron Glenn.
Just going to start by saying thank you to Commissioner Goodell, the NFL, the New York Jets, Woody Johnson, my amazing reps, Nadesh and Jason, for giving us this opportunity.
Perkins is a linebacker who ran a 4.36. Okay. More pass rush better than Zion. Zion a better run defender. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Jackson Jr., defensive tackle, Florida State. J-E-T-S, Jets.
Quinn Williams no longer a Jet, so what have they done so far in the offseason? Well, they make the veteran addition with Tavondre Sweat, who is massive, and now you get someone even bigger. Well, you see Darrell Jackson Jr.
All right, we're a fourth of a way through, and none of my guys have gone. I didn't want to touch Jamal McCoy. If we end up with Jalen Kilgore, I will be extremely satisfied. Jalen Kilgore can play, but he happens to be the best available. I don't like that. Keonte Scott can play. I think he has a future as a safety as well, sort of like Quandre Diggs. That's why I like Keonte Scott. Keonte Scott reminds me of Quandre Diggs, a guy that we can drive. He can play some. He'll be really good in a cover 3 scheme, same way Quandre was, but he has a future at free safety or strong safety. He has a future at safety. So either of these guys will be great. Joshua Josephs can fucking play. Undersized, don't know where we would use him at, but he can play. Denai Dennis Sutton is a project player, but he is an athletic freak. He can play. He's a project player, though. Justin Jolly would be I'd take Justin Jolly. Those are my guys. Those are my guys. Harold Perkins, 6 foot 223. He's little as hell though. Slimy. 6 foot 223. I know cornerbacks bigger than this nigga. Taylor Green. Josh Cuevas. Wesley Williams. Around the same size and profile of Derek Moore. Derek Moore is Derek Moore might be the what's his name that we got out of Purdue? Damn, they damn near got the same name. Derek Barnes. Yeah, Derek Moore could down there be the Derek Barnes replacement. Wesley Williams could be a cheaper Derek Barnes replacement as well. I love his skill set. He's just a little undersized for us. If he was 6'5", 265, he'd be a second round pick. Damani Jackson can play. He's the Alabama cornerback. He has good size and track speed. Wouldn't be surprised if Brad Holmes went with Damani Jackson. We got some options, y'all. Caleb Proctor goes to the Cardinals. We got some options, though, gang. We need a backup safety for sure. Rocky Sin versatility is great, but that'll be another one. And we got to start playing zone schemes. If he's going to play this, we got to take Perkins. Monroe, more pass rush. All these guys will be pretty good. But we got a lot of options coming up on 18. Just need them to hurry up. Proctor is an interior defender, is an elite athlete with rare playmaking range, elusive rusher with explosive first step, and ability to unlock openings with varied approaches and angles. He's also very undersized at 6'1", 291. With limited recourse, once linemen have been squared up, put hands on me, lacks the anchor and balance. We'll see. Chargers pick is in. Texans on the clock. All right, we creeping up. I'm going to look up some Harold Perkins. Hold on, let me see. Since you seem invested in that boy. Where he at? Did I pass him? Let's look at Harold Perk. New Orleans native, 6', 223, 10th amongst linebackers in athleticism score. Traits or talent to be above average backup. 5-star recruit at outside linebacker. Second team All SEC, second team All SEC. Red shirted in 2024. How the fuck you do that? 2025, third team All SEC. Oh, he missed. Oh, right knee injury. Okay. He wore the number 7. 5th round talent. Slightly undersized off-ball linebacker with solid 2025 production, but less in-game impact than he showed in 2022 and 2023 before his ACL tear in 2024. Or it might be over for bro. Perkins is decisive against the run and nice into the backfield when lanes open. He's adequate in block take-ons. I mean, but yeah, if he's still available in round 5 where they predict him, or are you saying we should go ahead and get him in the 4th? It sounds like a guy that hasn't lived up to expectations since his ACL tear. Had 4 sacks, though. 8 tackles for loss, 3 picks in 12 games with 11 start. 56 tackles, 4 sacks, 3 pass breakups. In 2022, he was the man. Freshman team All-SEC, freshman All-American, second team All-SEC. 13 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks. Sounds like a versatile player. I wouldn't mind him if we drafted him above some of the guys that I highlighted, though. I'd probably be like, what the fuck? But he's a tweener at linebacker. Lions don't really do good with tweeners, bruh. We got real big-ass linebackers, so he would have to be drafted as a safety. I'm sorry, Slime. I don't see it. But I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with him. Ran a 4.3 coming off the ACL injury. So he's an athlete. Could probably start at safety. Box safety. For For sure, we need a backup safety for sure. I know he was alright, bro. On NFL Network, Arizona has Roy Lopez reading the pick. I'm feeling sort of away now. Where's my new defensive tackle? If we get Perkins in fifth, I'll be happy as fuck.
Eastern Michigan football was all about. And then Dakota
Chargers take Brent Thompson.
I mean, when you choose a quarterback out of the SEC and you're the
Let me see.
look it up, but
Yeah, we do need another defensive tackle.
who's there and when would Prescott play and what
I mean, we'll see.
yeah, so
I ain't gonna say I'm gonna miss Roy Lopez,
correct.
but I probably will.
Story short is the names you're hearing
I feel like Tyleek Williams and Aleem they'll have to step up.
obviously keep an eye
So I feel like them two are supposed to play so well that we don't even care about a Roy Lopez. But as far as adding another body to the room, maybe the Lions do draft another tweener, another edge defensive tackle tweener. I don't know if that's Dennis Sutton, but he did kick inside a lot at Penn State. But he's coming out here today at 250 something, so I don't see it.
Brennan Thompson, wide receiver from Mississippi State. Let's go Chargers! Puro Chargers!
That could possibly be a guy like Wesley, where Wesley would have to pick up and play around 270. I thought he did play around 270, though. Let me see something.
This is the comparison, Tez Johnson. How about the speed? He's one of the fastest guys we've seen. 4.26 in the 40. And not only is there speed there, this is good time production in the SEC. Did it as well as anyone. Real crisp routes. This is someone who, if he's a little bit heavier, there's no chance he gets here in the fourth round. But, man, look at how quick he transitions with the ball. And think about Mike McDaniel taking over this offense with Justin Herbert. You want to throw the ball down the field to 4.26 speed. Justin Herbert can access every single blade of grass. Keith Mitchell comes in, ran 4.37. You've already got McConkey,
Nah, that's
ran
too small.
4.39. Now you're going to drop Brennan Thompson with his 4.26 in there. This not only has some brute with those tackles they have with the Chargers, but now you've got some dynamic speed and an offensive coordinator and a dapper sweater that looks very excited.
And you know how much faster that speed
Mm,
beat people up in the run game?
he's got the side. He's big. I don't know. I like the nine. Let's see where.
Pass them a lot quicker. And Thompson and Tez Johnson, love the comparison. Thompson's so much faster.
I know you talk about the speed too, but how about Omarion Hampton coming down?
6'7", 330.
And obviously, Rashawn Slater coming back at you.
Xavier Harris is the best available.
Just keep Herbert upright a little bit more. But clearly, last year, the injury gods just kept hammering that offensive line over.
I wouldn't be surprised if they got another
7 tackles were playing. They still
nose.
playoffs.
I did a few
But Harris is described as disruptive, and he's alignment versatile. He has mismatched traits and untapped potential. He can play 3, 4, and 5 tech. And nose tackle. But he got arrests in 2023 and 2024. Fuck. You think the Lions will do it? No. He got 2 arrests. He got 2 separate arrests. It's over. They're not bringing him to Detroit. But he'll be perfect. Let's see. Played in all 13 games as a reserve his freshman year. He ranks second in FBS with 3 block kicks. Played in 11 games with 7 starts, 30 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss and a sack. And then got arrested in July for DUI. And he ran from the police, so he got a felony fleeing. Then in 2024, he played in all 13 games with 3 starts, 32 tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss, sack and a half. Then he got arrested in August on domestic violence and obstructing arrest charges. There's no way in hell. Then he had a foot surgery in 2020. Yeah, it's over. It's over. He's a dog, but he's a fucking walking red flag. Look at he look like a. I wouldn't trust this nigga to save my life. Hey, he a dog, but I wouldn't trust him. Xavier Harris, 6'7", 330, called a DV. That's a big bully. And he's a dog with all type of untapped potential, but it's over. He's a day 2. He's a day 2 talent that's falling. Unfortunately, brother.
Coach Matt.
I do the Titans preseason package. I've done it now for about a decade. And this has been a
Yeah, Lions stay far away from that.
tough one for anyone who's been around Tennessee, been around Coach Mack. Special man who will be missed
Boy,
in a big, big way.
Sheila have a heart attack around that big motherfucker.
His impassioned speech in the locker room.
Fabici and Wau.
Was one of the first. Talking about how he was cut 4 times.
I wonder why Keonte Scott is falling.
Persevered as a player, and then obviously what he's done as a coach. It was one of the more inspiring speeches I've ever heard. And when we were
Do they view him as a safety?
time and beginning to get
He has makeup speed. I don't know why Keonte Scott is falling. Is he old as shit?
over and over again, it was one of the most compelling, impassioned, emotional speeches I can still remember.
Best part about it, that's just all him. Like, you know, there's no dragging anything else out. That's who he was. And if that person that he met at Kansas State 40 years ago walked through the door and he hadn't seen them in 40 years, he called them by their name, remember exactly where they met, have an arm around, next thing you know, you're having a meal. Nothing like spending time with Coach Mack. Never met a stranger and never forgot a friend.
After seeing 6 former Miami teammates, including fellow defensive back safety Jacoby Thomas selected in the first 3 rounds, Keonte Scott is projected to be early in round 4 on the 3rd and final day of the 2026 NFL Draft. Matt Miller, ESPN, projected Miami quarterback Carson Beck and Scott to be selected in the 2nd round. Scott will have to wait until Saturday. Reed projects Scott to be selected 106 by the Houston Texans, and the Texans actually just picked somebody else. They just picked Fabici, so they expect him to go in the next couple of picks. So possibly to the 49ers, Broncos, or Chiefs for Keonte Scott, maybe even the Bengals, maybe even the Lions at 118. So Keonte Scott sounds like he's in play. Why did he fall? Scott was one of the most versatile players nationally in 2025 with 64 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, and 2 touchdowns, 5 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. That is amazing ball skills. Pause. Reed projects the New York Jets, Los Angeles Chargers to select defensive backs in the 4th rounds ahead of Houston. The Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears, Giants, and Raiders, and other teams are potentially on his draft watch. Well, I'm glad that Detroit's on his draft watch. I would love to have Keonte fucking Scott, and that's what I'm fucking hoping for. This article just gave me hope. I don't know why he's falling. He's probably old as shit. He is a super senior.
The Broncos were already picked as well.
He is a super senior. I'm not seeing nothing bad about his character. Just waiting for the UDFA. We definitely drafting Arch Manning next year. My internet tripping.
Yeah.
Am I doing too much? Keonte Scott. He didn't have much production until this year. I thought he was a super senior. He ain't no super senior. He did JUCO. He did 2 years JUCO, then 4 years then. How old is he? I could have swore he was a super senior. Why is he falling? How old is he? Come on, bro. This shit about to piss me off.
And this is where some hay has been made by John Lynch and the staff. As you can see, some of the players that they've chosen, most famously their current quarterback and $50+ million a year guy, no longer irrelevant, if you will, at all. There's 4 fourth-round picks for the Niners, and then the 5th-round selection will be their last. They enter this day with the earliest last pick of the draft. Here comes the Niners' first of 4 fourth-rounders.
First of all, Minna, I love you. I'm David. I'm representing the Niner Empire.
He's 24. He's born. He turns 25 in August to start the year. His rookie year, he'll be 25. He listed as a 6-year redshirt senior who played at Snow College in Auburn. Did he have an injury that I'm missing?
With the 107th pick
He suffered a serious right foot or right toe injury in November. So do we think the foot or toe injury is what's causing him to fall? Previously had tightrope surgery for high ankle sprain in 2023. All right, so he has a little injury history. He has a bad toe, history of high ankle sprain. So he has feet injuries. So he must have failed some type of medical. Damn, you a dog too, brother. He must have failed some type of medical.
Moving out of that backfield.
All right, here comes another pick, fast and furious. The Denver Broncos did not pick in the first 2 rounds of this draft, and then last night finally chimed in with Tyler Onyedim, pardon me, the
With the
defensive
108th
tackle.
pick
There you go.
in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Jonah Coleman, running back, Washington.
Jonah Coleman was another one I would have liked in Detroit.
Has joined the team. Had this kid on my show a couple of weeks ago, and he was a hard charger in college and couldn't have been more down to earth and ready to dominate in the league. And Denver is going to take him. This is like him joining Dobbins and obviously R.J. Harvey.
This might be a stupid question, but what do you think about the OG Gio Hadi from U of M as a 7th rounder? Yeah, I don't care about no 7th rounder. If they take him, I won't be watching for the 7th round pick. I can promise you that.
You see that 220-pound frame very low to the ground. Think about that. Look, Frank Gore was more dynamic, obviously more explosive, but that's the body type that he has. Absolutely, and I was thinking, remember they took Audric Estime a few years
Damani Jackson's probably a safer pick for me then. Damani Jackson's probably a safer pick than Keonte Scott. I would like Keonte Scott. But Damani can play too, though. 4.41 speed, 5-star recruit, smooth athlete with good size, but he has some inconsistency problems.
Tell you what, that city is awesome. I've had such a great time here. Thank you so much on behalf of everybody from the international fans of the year, because this city has given us everything. Thank you. I want to give a quick shout out to Arrowheads Abroad, my bro Tom Childs as well, who couldn't be here, but thank you so much for everything, man. And just literally the whole.
Hey, the Browns. Oh, no, I thought the Browns got Jonah Coleman. Jonah Coleman to the Broncos is actually nice.
So let's get on with it. With the 109th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, they went with the Oregon corner.
Kennedy, defensive back.
Slender frame, short arms, but he's confident and sticky.
Well, we hinted at it when we
Quicker than fast.
This is a team that addressed the DB position in 2022.
Slot corner.
They took Delane in the first round. Here they're coming back.
Chiefs doubled up on corner in the draft.
Defensive back in Kennedy. When you have 3 guys lead,
All right, we are 8 picks away.
you can do. He's a nickel.
Still a lot of options for us.
Plug him in there. He's an excellent blitzer. He's tough. He flies around.
Still a lot of options for us.
How feisty he was in the battle against Omar Cooper Jr. and their games against Indiana. Had a forced fumble against Mendoza in that as well. So not the biggest guy in the world at 181 pounds, CD, but man, it's a feisty, competitive kid who's going to plug in the slot. It'd be interesting to see what they do with him and Hicks, because he's that feisty type of a player as well. That'd be very interesting to see. And you remember all those DBs they took those years ago that you referenced? Jalen Watson went in the 7th round, and now he's moved on. They need new players. So the Steelers have introduced their picks.
All right, Jets pick is in. Broncos are back on the clock after taking Jonah Coleman. And we are 7 picks away from the Lions. Let's get it. Hold on, let me grab a snack. Let me grab a snack, and then we're going to smoke. And of course, nobody made a pick yet.
Plans that everyone's talking about. I wanted to see if it's a scam. Here's what happened. I just had to fill out the online.
All right, anyway, talking about shit. I'm about to check YouTube, see who else is live.
But we are on the right track with this draft, and hopefully
And there's some
we
others
can
as
see another
well.
positive return here.
I think there might be one more coming.
I
The Jets
think
just
that
chose somebody and
we're all wanting to
and
take
they must
the
like whoever
offense
it is
is
because
good as
again,
is.
the 128th overall pick,
What?
140th overall pick later on in this round. They didn't want to wait. They
Jets just moved up.
the Bengals, and they're going to move up. And interestingly enough,
They're not in the sudden.
in return from Cincinnati, got the 199th overall pick. So the irony that the Jets now will be famous Tom
How do
Brady
you watch
draft
this
pick.
tape and say that?
The Jets are that excited for Clay Klubniak.
On the screen. Here we go. Here's the Jets pick.
How do you watch this season over the last 2 years? And he lost to Penn State without Drew Aller in the pinstripe bowl. This is way too early. He should have been like
They did not just trade up for Clay Klubniak.
He has all the tools, but the best tape out of all these
That might be a stretch. Clay Klubniak is insane.
But it just didn't quite all come together for him or his Clemson Tigers last season.
He was the problem.
Reason he's going in this spot as opposed to earlier in the draft where many people had him projected.
It's a little bit frenetic at times. That's got to calm his feet down a little bit. But he does have that backup quarterback profile. Someone who's athletic. You got to get in there and play for a game or two. He can run around, make some plays, RPOs, move him around. But to me, that's the big thing. Working on calming his lower body going forward.
And a chance to exhale and get a fresh start now as he moves on to the next level.
Are you surprised this is the choice? Yeah, I thought Nussmeier would have gone ahead of him. But again, that's the athleticism portion of it to me that I think tipped the scale in his favor in their opinion. So the Jets do choose a quarterback in this draft. And it's a 4th round pick, the first quarterback of this day, and it's Cade Klubnik, leaving Garrett Nussmeier, who a lot of folks thought could have gone last night, on the draft board. So now we move on to Denver's latest pick. They already chose Jonah Coleman just 2 picks ago, but here the Broncos are making more choices in the last.
Broncos went with a tackle.
Over the first 2 nights.
I like Ephesians price lock, but I could just be blinded by his size. What position he play? Corner? 6'3", 196. I mean, this is the round that you do it. If you're going to drive somebody because they got a size profile, it's best to get them in round 4. Six 3, 445. 39-inch vert, 10-4 on a broad jump. good backup with potential to be a starter. I'm not lying. That might not be a bad pick. Detroit, Piston life. That might not be a bad pick.
Some of the little things he can work on, just ducks his head at times. He'll fall off as well. So there's a couple things to clean up. But this guy has got a chance, CD, to be really, really a valuable.
That might be decent.
With his ability to play either side. You're right, and people have actually talked about him actually kicking inside, playing center. He'd be a lot more of a regular center, more of the Frank Ragnow type of a tall guy there. I like him better. Exactly what you talked about, being more of a swing tackle.
So the Dallas Cowboys' latest pick, 112th overall, coming in. They're going to choose in 2 picks.
He don't have raw interception numbers.
And the Colts in between.
He don't got like raw interception numbers, but he definitely got plays on the ball with the pass breakups, averaging about 6-7 pass breakups a year. So he definitely got skills. Finesse tackler. Didn't say unwilling, though. It didn't say unwilling tackler. I'm all for getting a 6'3 corner. Drew Shelton from Penn State goes. All right. Six picks away. A lot of the guys we like are still on the board. Lions got a ton of options here at 118.
No rush to get him on the field, but a lot of development time. And how many times we've seen that guy develop and become a long-term starter in the league? Drew Shelton has that type of ability.
All right, hugs all around, handshakes all around, phone calls all around. We're going to take a break. Come on back. The Colts will be making their selection. And as promised, the Cowboys again. And the Ravens' first of 8 day 3 picks here in Pittsburgh.
Nationwide is so much more. Isn't it time we work too? Put up one hand for insurance. Put up your other hand.
You talking about over Perkins? Fuck no. Is Perkins really like that, bro? You act like Perkins ain't sitting here in the 4th round too. I need this. I need the 4.45 6'3 nigga. He talking about Perkins a linebacker. Perkins ain't playing no linebacker if he get drafted to the Lions. Not at 223 pounds. I promise you, he gonna play a single snap at linebacker at 223 pounds.
Can't match Tide's Boosted Clean. Test.
We'll see. Colts pick is in, so we 4 picks away, y'all. 4 picks away. Y'all been good. Shout out to you, Childish. We are 4 picks away, y'all. Colts took Jalen Farmer. Cowboys pick is in, so we 3 picks away. Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay. Did the Cowboys just trade up? Did the Cowboys just trade up?
And this is a road grader coming out of Kentucky and Jalen Farmer. I thought there was a lot of upside with this player. At this point in the draft, you're looking for guys who have some traits, and he does. He's got a ton of torque and power.
Luke, Keonte Scott, Agnew.
To me, it's just about keeping those feet pumping, keep those feet moving. Some right tackle at the Senior Bowl, I did not think that was his jam, CD. He's back inside. That's where he's comfortable. That's where his home is. And to me, it's about that torque and power of this upper body and getting that lower body to stay connected there, and you might really have something here in the 4th round.
We're going to get a dog, I think. We still got an opportunity.
How many times did it look awkward for him? Where it looked like he was losing the battle. He was in a bad position, and he would get himself back right and win the fight. There was some Christian Haynes coming out of UConn to him. When I watched him on tape, I like this guy, physical as heck.
Cowboys go Devin Moore.
Watch out till he can roll.
As promised, the Cowboys back with another pick right away.
Ravens pick is in. We are 2 picks away.
Let's go, Dallas! Somos Cowboys! Don't forget, Super Bowl 30. Super Bowl 30, no se olvida. Hello, people, how are you doing? I am Mark Aguilar from Mexico City. It's a really special moment for me and to have the honor of mentioning our next Hall of Fame player that will join this season with the 114th pick in the 2026 Hall of Fame draft. The Dallas Cowboys select Devin Moore, DB, Florida. Thank you.
Adding to that secondary, already got Caleb Downs with the 11th overall pick in the 1st round. Now you come back with Devin Moore. He is massive. You talk about the size on the outside. He's better when he's up in press coverage, CD, and I thought with a big guy like that, his ability to find and play the ball down the field was really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to see how he closes and then uses that length and that size to make that extra play on the football, strip guys when he's close to the play.
The Ravens take Elijah Sarrett.
This one, and makes a big-time play.
Buccaneers pick is in. Chargers are on the clock. Lions are up next, baby.
Game as well against Archie Manning. To me, those are the 2 plays that got you fired up about him.
Move him around, bring him off to the cat corner, the whole deal. But does this Dallas draft feel a lot like Carolina a few years ago when they went so heavy defense?
Well, you think about Christian Parker, the new defensive coordinator, having an influence here.
Latest pick from the Ravens. Again, they've got 8 of them today, so there'll be lots of going here in Pittsburgh.
With the 115th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Elijah Sarrett, wide receiver, Indiana.
Let's go.
See if Lamar Jackson speaks back shoulder, because if he does speak back shoulder, he's going to love Elijah Sarrett.
He was a competitive roller skater.
He was so
I don't know if I want a competitive roller skater on my defense.
Sean Jennings, when he was coming out of your school, CD, the ability to just kind of body guys down the field. You'll see examples
Maybe I'm just old school.
of how strong his hands are when he just kind of boxes guys out down the field.
Don't the Ravens have a type when they go to wide receiver? what Surratt does really well.
The other thing, when you get down in the red zone, and you've got Derrick Henry back there, and now you get Jacoby Lane who can high point it down in the red zone, and now Surratt, they've got some weapons down there to go along with this guy.
That can take some of the run game off of Lamar Jackson, too.
Zay likes the last two picks, particularly maybe, because you're joining him in the wide receiver room, Jacoby Lane and Elijah Surratt. The only defender they've chosen is Zion Young out of Missouri, second round. It all started with Benga Ioane to start this draft to add to that offensive line. Big dude to try and road grade for Derrick Henry behind the Buccaneers are now up.
Come on, y'all.
Indiana, congratulations.
No matter what, we got a dog. Even if they take two of the people we like. Who y'all think it is? Kilgore a good option against tight ends if you like him. I love Kilgore. We'll see though, man. There's a lot of options. And I ain't gonna act like tight ends just killed us last year. Maybe, I can't remember. I know we got Brian. Well, we don't got Brian Branch, and we don't got Kirby Joseph. Let's go get a safety. Safety or a nickel corner. Because I like Thomas Harper. Keonte Scott to the Buccaneers. Motherfucker. I fully believe the Lions would have drafted him, too. Keonte Scott goes round 4 at 16 to the Buccaneers.
Representing not only my home country of Germany, but all the Buccaneers fans around the world, especially from Europe. So big shout out to Germany, Spain.
Well, it ain't going to be Keonte Scott.
Wales, and all the other parts of the world.
Tired of Tampa. It ain't going to be Keonte Scott. Damn, that would have been nice.
Join the Buccaneers with the 116th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.
I'm sick of all these foreigners. I'm sorry. I'm not racist. But
The awesome Keonte Scott.
it's getting overwhelming at this point. It sounds like I'm watching ESPN Telemundo. But they gotta have somebody for the 4th round. Ain't no niggas and no white people showing up. They could get YouTubers though. If they was smart, they'll get every team's biggest YouTubers. Have Dosa Dion and them boys down there. Have Everything King and them boys down there. Announcing picks or something. Wasn't tight ends cooking up or DBs got fried as well? I don't remember, but you might be. I remember it used to be a problem. I don't know if it was killed us last year, but I remember it used to be a problem for sure.
The Chargers have moved up from 123 to choose 117th overall. They flipped a 6 to Houston for that, right? We'll find out who they traded up for before we hear from the Lions, Panthers, and Packers on the
They always go into commercial break before we pick. I'm getting sick of this low-key dick riding. All this hating they doing on us. We got options, man. We got options. If I had to guess, I would say, if I had to guess, Jelon Kilgore is still there. I would say Kilgore. He's the truest best player available. He's just a fucking criminal, so they're not gonna draft him. I like Jelon Kilgore right here. Maybe they like Arnett Cooper. I don't know. Ephesian Prysock. I like a 6'3" corner. I like Jalen Kilgore. I like a 6'3" corner. I like Dennis Sutton still. I like Justin Jolly still. Slimy like Perkins. We'll see. It's probably going to be somebody I'm not even expecting. Probably gonna be somebody I'm not even expecting.
Runs the 40 to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Lions pick is in. The Chargers take offensive tackle Travis Burke. Lions have plenty of options. Let's see who we get, y'all. Who is it? For us, they get whites. It would be MMG. I don't know what that means. Wasn't just tight ends. We drafted Rolder.
If you're an executive,
Rolder? Who's Rolder?
is a must-have in your closet. I was tired of floppy colors and shirts that accumulated bad sweat stains.
Jimmy Rolder out of Michigan.
And I don't have to worry about any of that anymore. I got it shipped in no time.
Rolder's instincts and run game consistency make it hard to believe he was only a one-year starter. He plays low in leverage with violent hand and shock and slip blocks. He finds the best routes to run the gap and maneuvers around traffic with efficiency to tighten angles to the ball carrier. He plays with good awareness and change of direction in space, but has average pursuit and coverage talent. Few linebackers in his draft finished tackles with technique and consistency that he displays. If you trust the tape and ignore his lack of experience, Rolder profiles as a future starting inside linebacker. I'm not mad at if it is. I mean, 6'2", 240, another run defender. We needed a replacement for Alex Anzalone. I haven't seen too much tape on Rolder, I'm not going to lie, but I'll definitely be glad to look it up. And Jimmy Rolder is a Detroit Lion. He profiles as a future starting inside linebacker, though. That's his profile. And to get that in the 4th round, I can't be mad at it. I do have to see it for myself, but he has a pretty high grade for a 4th round talent, a good backup with potential to develop into a starter. 6'2 and a half, 238, 30 and a half inch arms, 14th highest athleticism score, 36-inch vertical, 4.26 in the 20. His comparison is Henry 2020. Rounds 4 or 5. Rolder's instinct and run game consistency. Y'all already read that. His strength is he rarely sits back and waits for the play to come to him. Excellent pad level, base strength, and contact balance. Explodes heavy hands into climbers to separate. Innate GPS finds the best path to ball carriers. Rare to find a broken tackle against him on tape.
2026 NFL Draft. The Detroit Lions select Jimmy Rolder, linebacker, Michigan.
Is that not a Lions selection? Look at my comparison at the bottom. And by the way, it has nothing to do with the fact he went to Michigan. He is a total Lions player for what Dan Campbell wants.
Yeah, Evil Knievel.
I mean, it's perfect.
That's 2 Wolverines in a row for the Lions.
Their comp was Evil Knievel. I can't wait to watch the tape on him.
Physical players on that Michigan defense, and you'll see it with him.
Per the analysis, we just drafted the 2 most physical players on Michigan's defense that Ohio State destroyed. But, you know, they still have some guys over there.
At some point in time, it's a win the battle, lose the war, where hey, the ball's over there, he's just going to torpedo somebody.
Because we need nickel linebackers. And if both of these guys are nickel linebackers, it'll work out. Because you're going to have Derek Moore playing on-ball linebacker. And then you got these 2 guys at nickel linebacker. To still be able to play the run, we already going to have 5 DBs on the field. I can see where it'll work if he's talented enough. I have to watch the film. I'm going to pull some up. We're going to see.
Entire offseason talking about recapturing their edge. These types of picks are exactly what they're looking.
He sounds like a badass the way they describe him. His weaknesses, only 11 starts. Downfield, drift, pursuit angles. Loses pursuit angles when the run bounces outside. Needs to keep outside shoulder uncovered to maintain contain. Below average length and speed limits. Tackles, chances wide. Inconsistent feel for working under or over climbing blocks. And slightly below average cover talent in man and zone. So he's a pure run defending linebacker. You pick him up in the 4th round. Again, per the NFL.com grade on him, he has starter potential here in the 4th round. Just doesn't have the starts. They're banking on a lot of the traits. Let me find some tape on him. Let me see. See if I can find some tape on Jimmy Rolder. See what we got for my boy. We could have gotten Perkins. Exactly. Rodriguez is not a true linebacker. He can't be starting. And he's versatile. Y'all don't like the pick? I do. It's a smart move. No, they don't need a linebacker because Rodrigo. No, they need a linebacker because I like Rodrigo, but we needed another linebacker regardless. We need another linebacker regardless. And this guy seems like a pretty, from what I've read, he sounds like a pretty solid run defender. So I can see the role for him. Let me see if I can find any tape on him though. So we needed athletes, and they still drafted slow ass niggas. We could have gotten Perkins, but Perkins is 223 pounds. Bro. What was his name? Jimmy Rolder. Let me see. All right, I found some. Let's see what we got on my boy. His comp was Evil Knievel. I like that. Let's watch some tape, y'all. Let's watch some tape on old Jimmy here. All right? Give me 1 second. Y'all ready? Hit the like button if you're ready. Hit the like button if you're ready. Let me hit the bone. This is our first look at Jimmy Rolder, newly signed inside linebacker for the Lions. Hit the like button if you're ready. Let me know in the chat if you're ready to watch some Jimmy Rolder film. He may have some position versatility outside or inside. Slimy, we're not going to judge him yet. Had to hit LeBron James. Y'all ready? All right, let's look. Here we go. Perkins is number 30 right here. Downhill, run through blocks. Okay, a nice fumble recovery. That don't really tell me much. Unblocked for real, but he got to the ball carrier. Attacks the inside shoulder, bounces off. Good pursuit angle. Nice tackle. Let's see. Dip inside. Good job. Get behind the double team. Get to the... Okay. Hold on now. Downhill. First step strong. Shuffle, shuffle. Meet the back in the hole. Good job. Okay. Downhill, shuffle, shuffle. Break on the play action. Quarterback step up. All right. Hey, not bad. So far, not bad. Coverage. Get there. Pass breakup. Should have been a pick. Downhill. Meet the running back in the hole. He's savvy. He's one thing I'm seeing on tape. He's pretty decent at dipping his shoulder and slipping blocks. Solid tackler. He got decent size. Let's see him run sideline to sideline. Decent speed. Should have been another pick. He looked like he can run. Shuffle, shuffle, get downhill. Okay. Let me see if I can find another one. Hold on. Let me see if I can find another one. Oh, wait. Is my head in the way? Hold on. Let me move my head out the way. We're going to watch it again with my head out the way. I didn't realize. All right, let's try this again. Let's watch it again with my head not in the way. Watch my boy work. Downhill. Work. Sheds blocks. That was a gimme. I'm seeing a two down inside linebacker, a thumper, who can play some on ball linebacker and rush from the edge. I'm seeing position versatility. He just got a sack playing on ball linebacker. You see him drop back and play off ball linebacker. Steps up, forces the incompletion. In coverage, off ball, in the red zone. Now it is against Michigan State, so they ain't really saying too much. From what they say, he's a sure tackler. We're going to find some other film as well. Should have been an interception. He seems like he can run, though. I ain't going to lie. He seems like he can run. Hold on. Why do we keep doing that, bro? It's really trying to like get on my nerves out here, right? It's really playing games with me. I know what to do. I did this last night. All right. We got more Jimmy. Jimmy Rolder. See what Jimmy got. Special teams. Whew. Somebody just got killed. Damn, we carried him all the way into the tackle. If anything, you got a special teams demon. All right, so he has a ton of versatility. And he's young. He's going to contribute on special teams. God damn, that's nasty. That's cold. I don't know if y'all just saw what he just did. So he's going to contribute on special teams. He's going to be able to make plays.
You qualify.
Look, if you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet. I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading to this. No dry cleaning needed anymore. I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collar stays stiff all day. Get 20% off today using code TD at collarsandco.com. Back here.
So the Lions have already been targeting him. The Lions were already targeting old Jimmy. We go sideline to sideline. Ooh, he's a thumper. He might be worth something. He might be worth something. Can't be mad at a 4th round pick that's going to help the defense. And he obviously was coveted by somebody. Okay, well, welcome to the team, Jimmy Rolder. I do more research on him and see from what I've seen, he looks all right. He look all right. All right, let's see who's left. Kilgore's still falling. A lot of people still falling though, bro. Kilgore's still there. Fijian's still there. Jolly's still there. Who took Dennis Sutton? Somebody took him. Who took him, y'all? The Packers. Of fucking course it was the Packers. Now you get Micah Parsons and a Micah Parsons clone. Wesley Williams went before Dennis Sutton. Congrats, my boy Wesley Williams. Oh, see, but all these picks, Dennis Sutton goes before Jimmy goes 2 picks. 2 picks after everybody we've taken, I've had somebody ranked higher. I don't know if I'm being too nice about these picks. Like, because some of these could come back and bite us in the ass now. And then Denai goes to the Packers to learn from Michael Parsons. They got 2 athletic freaks. All right, man. Wesley Williams, that's my boy. I'm glad you got drafted. Won 119 to the Jags. I knew he could play, though. I didn't think he'd go before Denai, which is crazy, but okay. Jimmy fucking Rolder. He looked decent, though. Kind of like this pick for real. I thought he would be slow, but he's not. Still had 2 5s, 2 6s. Is fine. Yeah, I still think we're gonna trade and move up. Long way to go. Plus, this the comp pick round, so it go up to 40. Ain't that how that work? Ain't that why so many goddamn picks? It's 40 picks. Damn, the Packers got denied Dennis Sutton. Jimmy Rolder, let me see. They said, fuck it, Michigan defense good. Just get all they players. I ain't mad at them. Six two 240. Old Jimmy. He said they only had 1 year starting. Malik Muhammad goes to the Bears. Skylar Bell to the Bills. Bills back on the clock, followed by the Niners. Rolder was on the championship team. Only started 1 year. 47 solo tackles, 73 combined, 7 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 interception. Anything I can see, a core special teamer, 2 down inside linebacker. Could help. We didn't really need to not Dennis Sutton. Kilgore was available. I don't know. There's some guys that were still available. It just depends, bro. All these picks, it depends. None of these guys seem like really bad players. It's definitely seemed like there's no what's that man? There's no Broderick Martins this year. It's like what you see is what you get. These guys have really high floors. The lowest of the floors, I guess, would be Rolder here. His floor is not that high, but at the worst, he's got some special teams ability. He's got some off-ball linebacker ability. He's got some on-ball linebacker ability. And he looked like he runs, so we'll see. We come back. Let's see. It is currently pick 127. And we come back pick 157. So we're 30 picks away. We're a whole round away in this bitch. So they need to speed it up. Or they need to trade up. One. Doubling up on defense, though. Can't be mad at him. Caleb Elam's Orr goes linebacker out of TCU to the Bills with Skylar Bell. 49ers pick is in. Bengals on the clock. Solid at least. He's a real special teamer and a tackling machine. Shep Coates is linebacker as well. He'll be good. It's a bit of a reach, but I really wanted him this draft, so I can't complain. Wish we could have gotten Will Johnson. Yeah, they should have done this the past couple drafts. We're like a contributor. And Keonte Scott did go 2 picks before us, and I'm sure the Lions would have took Keonte Scott. Then not Dennis Sutton going 2 picks after. I mean, Jimmy Rolder, Wesley Williams was a guy identified. Dennis Sutton was a guy identified. They're not going the guys that I identified, at least. I can't speak for everybody else, but the guys that I identified this draft, they're going shortly after we make our picks. You know, if you want to talk right tackle, we go Blake Miller. And then 2 picks later, 3 picks later, whatever the case may be, Monroe Freeling. Second round, they go Derek Moore. 1 pick later, Zion Young. 4th round, they go Jimmy Rolder. 1 pick later, Wesley Williams. 2 pick later, Dennis Sutton. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this all pans out, man. I ain't complaining though. It's been a pretty damn good draft. It's gonna make it interesting and just watch going forward how all these careers pan out and what the tape turns into. The not Dennis Sutton to Green Bay really scares me though. Like and not even that, the Vikings got one too in the 2nd round. We all got one. I'm pretty sure they're saying the same thing about us. But the Vikings got one too in Galladay. And all these guys are going to be around the same. So he's going to be 6'4", 240 for us. And then 6'2", 238 6'3", 256. 6'5", 260. 250. Man, they got it made, man. God damn. Where my phone? Hold on. Oh. Okay. Oh, I muted the stream. Didn't mean to do that.
Install it for you.
You can't measure passion, right, Jim?
Shep coaches, linebackers. Okay, cool. Got it. Where do we go from here, though? Still some talent on the board. I wish they could come back in. Damn, not Dennis Sutton and Michael Parsons, bro. He better be a bust. I mean, he fell all the way to the 4th round. I wonder why. Some of these guys are falling. Got me wondering why. What happened to Denard that made him fall? Because if you look at Denard's tape, man, he's a dog. There was some talks about his motor. He still has a high prospect grade, good backup with potential to develop into a starter. So at the verse, he's a rotational piece. They can figure it out. Getting him in round 4. Ran a 4.6, 40-inch, 39.5-inch vertical, 10.11 broad jump. This nigga's a freak of nature. 8.5 sacks last year. 8 back-to-back seasons with 8.5 sacks. I don't know, man. Round 3 projection goes in the 4th. Something. Maybe it's a medical. Maybe it's a character. You never know. This nigga's a freak of nature. The highest athleticism score out of all the edges this year gets to go play next to Michael Parsons. That could be a fucking problem. And they just let him get him. And we had the chance to. We'll see, bro. There's something there. It's the reason he failed. Because I don't know. As the 49ers take a guard. Bengals pick is in. Panthers on the clock. And we got a long way to go before we get back. trying to see if they had anything up on him or the picks. But it's just Woolworth Sports, and I don't know who that is that they got live. I don't know who these people are. Damn, I really like him. Twan Clark was drafted by Twan Clark was drafted by Seattle. I guess they saying Ahmad Hassanin will work out. What up, Mobby? What up, Patch? What's good, my boy? He would have been a real good grit fit, but you can't draft everybody, unfortunately. We need to get to the quarterback in the 7 Hudge. It would have been insane. Twan Clark. Don't really like him. I don't even know who Twan Clark is, gang.
That I've ever experienced. Yeah, watching with you guys. I did not watch with you guys, but it was fun.
Will Lee to the Panthers.
Good, let me tell you that. Will Lee, solid pick at this point in the draft. Played corner. His last one was in 08, and I was 5 years old. 5 years old. So I did not.
I was 7 years old last playoff home victory. I was 7.
Right. Put that in perspective. We appreciate you, Zach Battis. Watch all day while working. You guys make the day go by. Appreciate you.
I do like Will Lee to the Panthers. That is he's a pretty good corner prospect out of Texas A&M.
Absolutely.
I guess like one of the things that they say on him is they don't know if he has the recovery.
Trey Moore. Oh, that's who y'all talking about. Outside of quarterback. Okay, wait, I'm tripping. So that's who the Dolphins got. The Dolphins have walked away with Caden Proctor, Chris Johnson, Jacob Rodriguez, Caleb Douglas, Will Carmatek, Kamarsic, Ohio State, Chris Bell, and Trey Moore. So we ain't about to do that. I don't know that nigga name. Over Max Clare is kind of crazy. The Lions have walked away with Blake Miller, Derek Moore, Jimmy Rolder, and are not back until 157, 181, and 205. Biggest competition will be the Chicago Bears. They have drafted Dylan Thieneman, who we all thought would be a Viking for some reason. Logan Jones at center. Sam Roush. They drafted another tight end. I don't understand it. Xavion Thomas. And Malik Muhammad. Yeah, the Bears draft don't. The Bears draft don't do shit for me. So that's good. Green Bay went with Brandon Siss, Chris McClellan, and Denai Dennis Sutton, who might end up being their best pick right here in the 4th. That's a ton of potential right there. And then the Vikings, who I think had a decent draft. Caleb Banks was a reach from what I've heard from everybody, unless he works out. Jake Gallday has a lot of potential. They doubled up on defensive tackles, so they're trying to bolster their interior run defense so we can't run the ball all over them. They ended up getting Caleb Tiernan in the 3rd and Jacoby Thomas in the 3rd as well. So they got some guys. They went heavy on defense. Heavy on defense. With Genesis Smith going 31 to the Chargers. Saints on the clock. Bud Clark. Bud Clark's still available, ain't he? Who got Bud Clark? I don't even see no Bud Clark. He just got drafted? Am I tripping? The fuck happened to Bud Clark? Where Bud Clark at? That nigga ain't even listed. Nah, Seahawks. He went to Seattle? Where's Seattle at? Oh, in a second. Sure did. Jadarian Price, Bud Clark, and Julian Neal. They just went with need. Browns draft been sneaky. Spencer Fanu, Casey Conception, Denzel Boston, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, and Austin Barber. Then you got, who had the best draft? What the Jets do? Jets got David Bailey, who might be good, might be a bust. Kenya Sadiq, dog. Omar Cooper Jr., dog. D'Angelo Pons, undersized midget, dog. Daryl Jackson Jr., Cade Klubnik. I don't know what they see in Cade Klubnik. Who drafted the criminal? Oh, wait, nobody. Boy, you supposed to be a second round talent. You all the way about to be in the fifth. Jeremiah Wright and Genesis Smith are off the board.
Coming off the board from Auburn, a right guard. Look, he did allow 5 sacks this last year, so we got to clean some of that up with pass protection.
Well, let me check these dogs.
He can really, really unearth guys. I mean, you watch his ability to just get them up and get them off their spot. To me, that's one of his strengths. So you're drafting for what he does in the run game. To me, I think you got a little bit of work to do. He's a converted defensive tackle, so you're going to need some more time with him in pass protection, CD.
Yeah, and there's time for them to do that. And Kellen Moore and what they're doing, Mickey Loomis, being physical is a big part of what made the Saints with the Saints when they were doing that. Remember what Sean Payton did with that interior group in order to help out Drew Brees.
We have a trade. The 49ers just got a 5th and 6th next year for the Ravens to hop up almost 21 spots. The Niners have another 4th round selection coming up shortly, but the Ravens are on the clock, and so we'll hear some boos shortly. So lots of trades in this 4th round, lots of activity.
Lots of trades. Where the Lions at then?
They feel like it's getting ready to fall off for some of these teams. They feel like we just want to get in and get these guys right now.
So we're setting things to the stage. Then the Falcons are up, Colts, Saints again, Cowboys, Dolphins, Niners. Then the Bengals finish up the 4th round.
Pittsburgh, I'll keep this short, like your postseason. With the 133rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Matthew Hibner, tight end.
Close mom. How do you keep it cool?
All right, a little bit of smoke with that draft selection.
I love it.
Genesis, then we went to Jeremiah. Now we are in the New Testament with Matthew. Okay. Matthew, I'll take the notes for my next attempt at Bible humor.
Matthew Hibner, they're coming out of SMU. They use him inline, they use him flexed as well. He can pluck the ball outside of his frame. He's not a big make-you-miss guy, but someone who spent those 4 years at Michigan before he spent those 2 at SMU. He's 24 years old. To me, just someone that at this point...
Shut up, bro. We're looking at Jimmy Rolder right now, motherfucker. Ooh, hands. Let's see. He can play some ball. Pressure up the gut. Bullied that. Was that a tackle? Bullied that offensive lineman. Got to the quarterback. Got the sack. He only had 2 all year. That was a good way to get it. Look, bowling balled his ass. Come here. He pack a punch. Okay, against us? Come on, bro. You know he's about to get ran over in the hole. Wow, you lucky you had help. He went low. My boy Bo would have ran him over. That's all you did against us? Okay. Nice stop there. Down here. No. Sideline to sideline here. Get there. He can move a little bit. He can run a little bit. Off ball. Fight through the screen. Okay, pure rap tackler. Destroyed that oh my lord. I like that. Destroyed that running back. He will bowling ball some shit. He remind me of Gerard Davis. Gerard Davis used to do this. He will bowling ball some shit. That's a load coming at you, pause. Shoot the A-gap. Force the throwaway. Almost intercepted on the back end. Downhill. Thump. He pack a punch. Now he's going to cut. Ooh, shoot the gap. Good job. This is impressive. The little disguised delayed blitz. Slipping right between the tackle and the tight end. On the ball carrier. Back off ball. Watch that the whole time. Let it develop. Fill the gap. No false steps. You know what I'm saying? Back in the coverage now. He's an ankle biter. But he can hit too, though. I seen him hit, though. He get the job done. That's a good job in defense. Getting the hand up, deflecting that pass. Downhill. Cut. Good job. Not the most violent hitter, but an effective one. I'll say that. It's not the most violent of tackles. But he can move, though. Blow up this screen here. Carry him into the backfield. Good job. He's effective. I ain't seen a broken tackle yet. Well, it's a highlight film. You ain't going to see no broken tackle. But they said you don't get no broken tackles against him. Let's go. Get there. Solid. It looks solid. Rotational inside linebacker, core special teamer. I can see it. There's not a ton of dripping potential, but he has the possibility where he could be a solid starter. Or at least a solid rotational player. We're not going to run a ton of 3 linebackers. Well, we may run a ton of 3 linebacker sets. It depends if we're going to stay there at base or we're going to run nickel base. Definitely a playmaker, though. Michigan, baby. That's your boy? You happy with the back-to-back Michigan boys? Get there. He has good closing speed. I'll say that. Hold on, what do you do? Run him over, Bo. Run his ass over. Nah, he had some help. He ain't get no one-on-ones. You know, Bo would have ran his ass over, but stop playing. Get there, get there, get there. He gonna play. I can say that. He should play. He's got good size. He seems pretty strong. He's not like a huge thumper. He like a wrestler though. I will say he will thump when he runs games, stunts, blitzes, and shit like that. He'll attack those linemen. That was a good job of fighting through that block and getting that tackle. He's kamikaze. He'll kamikaze some shit. Get there. Good job. Well, I never would have thought you would disrespect Taylor Decker that way, brother. That is never the way. That is never the way. We don't do that. Let's chill the fuck out. Alright, now let's keep it respectful here. The first ballot hog. Where we at in the draft? But shout out to Rolder. I see a role for him. Man. I'll get some more film on him. 35, Bryce Butcher, Kendall Daniels, Matthew Hibner, Jeremiah Wright. All gone. We're at 36. We're at pick 136. We are back pick 157. So we're about 20 picks away with the Saints pick being in. About 20 picks away. Who else left from Michigan? Shit, seems like they're going to draft their whole defense. Kilgore's still available. Too small. Tyreek Sapp, 6'2", 273. They might still take Sapp. Another Marvin Jones Jr., 6'5", 245. I'm looking at all edges. We ain't going back edge. There's still some shit out here, though. Gotta see.
Better protection from online threats.
They be trying to get a nigga whacked, bro. They be really trying to get a nigga whacked. Get a nigga whole channel shut down.
And that's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos lets you get life insurance in minutes, 100% online, no medical exam.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
Back here in Pittsburgh, PA. 5 more picks.
Ooh, shit.
So the Saints draft room celebrating. You know, I feel like in my
Bryce Lance for the Saints. Bryce Botcher. Bryce Botcher and Bryce Lance. Back-to-back Bryces is crazy.
What if it's a Zoom and you're by yourself? Do you dap yourself up? It's a little weird, but you do.
We like bigger players, but over Kyle Lewis is crazy. Kyle Lewis. Who in the hell? Oh, Pittsburgh. 5'11", 220. Undersized linebacker, box safety, more production, fewer mental mistakes. Speed and athleticism and recognition to quickly find the football. Lurker, zone, clinging to the route. Decisive in coverage, ball skills, flip the field. Struggles to take on blocks, leverage gap in the run game. The Lions ain't going to take no linebackers that, you know what I'm saying, that lack in the run game.
Yeah, and the easy comparison is the same school in Christian Watson. When you have that size and the ability to get vertical down the field, get the ball up.
I'm telling you, if a linebacker to weigh 220, they ain't never going to come over here. None of these guys. Not him, not Lawson. Not Justin Jefferson.
He can adjust the deep balls down the field, and when the ball gets into his hands, you see that long stride. He's got legit home run speed. So you see Tyson being a little more the volume guy.
Got to be at least 240 and up.
How many crazy athletes we saw at the combine that he kind of got lost in the shuffle in terms of us just going crazy about it. You mentioned he ran 4.34. He verticaled 40 inches. He broad jumped 11 feet. This guy's a freaky athlete that we're getting in the 5th round.
So he was the first one to hug his brother Trey when he got.
He undersized, but if the guy we got a special teamer anyways, I take the more athletic guy. I think the guy we got is a special teamer at his floor. But I think he'll definitely compete as the he'll compete for snaps. He'll definitely compete for snaps. I don't know if it's at will or if it's inside, but he definitely has position versatility at will inside, it look like. So I wouldn't be surprised if he competed for snaps at will or competed for snaps at Sam. I think a lot of the pressure is going to really be on Derek Barnes to find his fucking spot, where his ass is going to be out of there. If he doesn't stick around at either, a Sam linebacker or a edge, but he's not going to be an edge. But I definitely see from his tape, it looks like I can see the role where they'll have him as an on-ball or off-ball linebacker. There's a lot of versatility there. And the littler guys just don't offer that in terms of in the run game. The run game is still king in Detroit as far as what they're trying to do. Then take Murdoch in the 5 or 7. Look at Perkins' tape. He undersized with the guy. Perkins, look at Perkins' tape.
I want appliances that fit my space and my schedule.
Samsung has features that will work for both. We have the perfect fit for your kitchen.
Bro, I feel like my nose hairs is just long as fuck. All right, I'm sorry, TMI. That might be a little TMI. Might be a little TMI. I feel like my nose hair is long as shit, boy. Anyway, he said look up Perkins. If we still is the key wheelie in the 5th, I'll be happy. I hope the Lions trade up. We got to wait on us, boy.
I don't know why ain't nobody talking about him, but we about to talk about him right now. Harold Perkins Jr. out of LSU is an intriguing intriguing NFL draft prospect. Now, I know he started off his LSU career with a bang, and he might not have finished off that way, but when you watch that Harold Perkins, I don't know why ain't nobody talking about him, but we about to talk about him right now. Harold Perkins Jr. out of LSU is an intriguing NFL draft prospect. Now, I know he started off his LSU career with a bang, and he might not have finished off that way, but when you watch that LSU defense on tape, you're going to see Harold Perkins Jr. You have no choice but to. He's an athletic freak. You go back and look at them first 2 years on campus. This man looked like a walking first round pick. 146 tackles, 13 sacks,
Shut up.
6 forced fumbles, and 2 picks in that 2 year span. He had that ACL injury during that 2024 season that kind of set him back. And I think when he came back for this previous 2025 season, he didn't really start playing with that confidence a lot of us thought he would play with until the back end of the season. But when you still watch LSU throughout the year, especially on defense, you couldn't help but see 7 now. 7 still popped up on tape. When I look at 7 on tape, I see an amazing athlete and a guy that can do a multitude of things, which makes him such an intriguing prospect. You got to remember, in 2022 as a freshman, when he popped out, he was more of an edge rusher. But I like what that LSU staff did. They said, we putting you at all-ball linebacker. We putting you in space so you can use that athleticism. And besides, he only 6'1", 222. He ain't going to be no edge rusher at the next level. An off-ball backer is him all day. Now, with him only being 6'1", 222, that could be concerning for some teams with him playing in the box. But he can do stuff like that, beat blocks with speed. Check him out right here. Walk him down, walk him down, walk him down. That's what you can get when you get a player like Harold Perkins. Let's see it again. Watch that boy scrape over as a quarterback spot. Where you going, Cade? Where you going, Cade? Where you going? I like this right here, 7. You can't get pinned inside. You got to fight to stay outside. Fight to keep your containment. You did it. Hell of a play. I like the way Harold Perkins can blitz coming from
He trying to sell this little midget motherfucker.
Here we go, 7. Way to fill that hole on that cutback. Yes, sir. Stick your nose in there. Versatility. Check my boy out in pass cut, but watch him in space. Let's go make an open field tackle. Get him on the ground. It's a defensive coordinator somewhere out there intrigued with his game. Look like he coming, right? Watch that boy pop up on your TV screen with a beautiful pick, man. At the next level, I know he undersized coming off the edge, but damn, the way that brother can bend, he made it hard for opposing tackles. He ain't really do nothing. All he did was dip and ran that hoop. Come here, KJ. Let me get that. I like Mr. Perkins in space. He's going to be a nice overhang in somebody's defense. Check him out. We not getting blocked. Don't get blocked, folks. Don't get blocked. Let's get out that block. Go make that tackle. Come here, Luther Burden. We making that tackle. Go on, stand down, my boy. All right, Perk. Let's be a good athlete right here. Watch that man come under control, read this play, redirect, and keep that play to a minimum. That's the kind of stuff you like to see. Shout out to Harold Perkins Jr. now. I'm telling y'all, the brother can ball. I know a lot of the draft experts might not be talking about him, but if he go to the right mind, he go to the right organization at the next level, don't be surprised if this brother becomes a steal in this draft class. I don't know why ain't nobody talking about him, but we about to talk about him right now.
All right, I gave him a shot. I gave him a shot. He like a player that I would have been intrigued with. I just don't see it in this defense. I don't see where he would play. You know what I'm saying? I don't see where he would play.
Harold Perkins Jr. is the perfect definition of positionless player, not because this kid can play every single position, but because I legitimately see no position for this kid in the NFL. I never make a video this low on any draft prospects, but I legitimately cannot see a role for Harold Perkins Jr. in the league. First of all, he is just way too small to play linebacker in the NFL level. He cannot take on blocks at all. Like, I see Perk on tape consistently, and I mean consistently getting blown up by running backs and wide receivers.
And this is the fear.
He's being taken off the tape by receivers. And if he's getting blown up by receivers and running backs, he definitely cannot play on the line of scrimmage, especially in the NFL. On this play, LSU is going to be running a stunt, trying to send Perkins to the inside, but just watch and pay attention to Perkins. As soon as his guard makes contact with him, it almost looks like this nigga takes a fucking shotgun. But this is the kid people think can play on the edge. This is the kid people think can go against NFL offensive linemen. This nigga looks like he's fucking dying just taking a hit from a lineman. Like, look at who is blowing up here Jr. in college, in the NFL, against 320-pound linemen, he's not going to be able to last. Well, okay, this kid can't tick on blocks, but what if we use him as a slot cornerback, or what if we make him the safety? Well, for Harold Perkins Jr., this kid is legitimately the worst processor I have ever scouted for any player.
Why you shitting on your boy like that?
But I guarantee you his mind operates like a Windows operating system from the 1940s.
He's shitting on your boy.
This play, Clemson's going to be running a mesh concept, and LSU's going to match this play and cover one hole. And Harold Perkins Jr., he's going to be that mid-zone. And on this play, Harold Perkins Jr. is going to stand there, keep his eyes at the quarterback, stay in fucking stationary, watch his cornerback get picked, watch the underneath drag route get wide open, and proceed to not guard anything. This is why they say football is not played in underwear. This kid may have 4.3 speed, but he definitely does not play like it. Like, as a Cowboys fan, when I watch Harold Perkins Jr., I kind of see some flashes of Kenneth Murray Jr., and that is not a good comparison for any player. On this play, LSU is going to rotate into this cover 3 after the snap. As you see, this safety is going to go down to this curl flat. This other corner is going to play this curl flat. This other linebacker is going to play his 3-rec zone. But Harold Perkins Jr. has no understanding of the coverage they're actually playing. He's going to be very easily manipulated by this quarterback's eyes, immediately going to this drag route, but he's going to guard a 3-rec hook zone that someone else is already guarding, and he's going to leave his zone wide the fuck open behind him. Shout out Mansour Delane for playing lockdown coverage, but Harold Perkins Jr. completely left this zone wide open. Like, you can really just see how slow of a process.
He killing your boy, Slimy. Fight back.
Look at these other LSU linebackers. When this motion comes in, you see them reacting. You see them closing in on the line of scrimmage. You see the Harold Perkins Jr. just standing back here waiting for this lineman to come block him.
Lewis to the Perkins. Lewis to the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Jr., you see the flashes of Kenneth Murray Jr. And that's a...
Fuck is Lewis? Oh, Kyle Lewis to the Dolphins. Oh, to the Niners. So the Niners get the 6'3" fucking corner. Whatever, bro. And then Colby Young to the Bengals. And we start the 5th round. All right, we are 16 picks away.
Exactly why I just don't see.
He wasn't fucking with your boy, Slimy. Just to save money. Yeah, Derek Barnes got to do something. 16 picks away, fellas. Here we go. I want to see us add some speed to the defense. I don't know if we added speed to the team yet with any of these 3 players. We've added power. I see power. We got a right tackle. We got a power rusher who is explosive. I don't know if he's speed, but he's explosive. I'll give him that. And then the linebacker, I don't know if he, I don't know. Did he go to what's his name? Did he go to the combine? He didn't run a 40 or a 10. His 20-yard shuttle wasn't bad, but it wasn't special. 36-inch vertical is okay. 9/11 broad jump's pretty average. 3 cone in 7 seconds was, that's pretty average. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's why he came in 14th. About middle of the pack. Don't know if he's quite a runner. Did he run at his pro day? Okay, it says he participated. Pro day results. He didn't bench, he didn't jump, he didn't broad, and he didn't run the 40 because he was dealing with the hamstring. So that's 2 players with hamstring issues. No 40s or bench. And he refused to bench. I hate a linebacker that don't bench. But we'll see. We'll see, Jimmy boy. Kobe Young. Let's see. Kamari Ramsey is the first safety off the board out of USC to start the round. Titans, Cardinals, Panthers. Okay. Lions are 13 picks away. Let's get this thing moving. What the fuck? What the fuck? Did they cut the stream off? On some weirdo shit? They sure the fuck did. Alright, so the stream got cut. Oh well, I ain't even tripping off that shit no more. We can pull up. Hold on, as a matter of fact, I know somebody gonna be having that bitch. Hold up. Hold on, guy. Oh shit.
See what Arizona has up their sleeve. They've had an interesting draft.
Hold on, let me see if this is the right one.
Jeremiah Love at the top, and then day 2, they took Carson Beck a little.
That's Bleacher Report. Do I want to listen to Bleacher Report or is there a live one?
NFL Draft 2026 Round 2 is live now. Please like the video and follow me. You can find the event. NFL Draft 20.
Bitch ass nigga. Let's see. I'm looking for lives. NFL Draft.
Below you, Bubbles. He's coming towards me.
What the fuck?
Bro.
There we go. Okay. I don't really see nobody but Bleacher Report, so we might have to tap in with the Bleacher Report.
Right? I mean, you're in a situation where Jacoby Brissett is like putting you in an armbar. Jacoby Brissett has you in the ankle lock. He's the guy. He's got you in the walls of Jericho because he knows that no one else on that team you would trust to start. And you're in a situation where, now, look, this wasn't all Jacoby Brissett's fault. They put up a lot of points. It was more of Arizona's defense's fault. But how many games did they lose with Jacoby Brissett last year? It was just garbage time. And he's in a position where he feels like he can strong arm you for a new contract. That's a tough look. And that's how we get to Carson Beck at 65 because you failed him.
You're right. You're right. Because now it's we're gonna give this guy reps.
Right.
And if he looks half decent, well, now he's the guy.
Right. Right. So to me,
4 players I still like to see us grab right now. Who are they, bub?
drafted Carson Beck to say
Who the 4 players is, buddy?
whatever. We don't
What 4 are you still looking for?
throughout the rookie contract, throughout 2 contracts. Just get us 1 year, be a different presence at quarterback, and maybe that's what just matters most for them at that point.
Now the infrastructure they've built, if it's for a 2027 quarterback, is damn good.
Right.
I mean, they got pass catchers. They got Jeremiah Love in the backfield. They've added to the offensive line with Chase Pasantis. So, you know, LaFleur might have felt like, I can take a mini day 2 swing, and if it misses, no one's going to fire me. I'm going to take my guy in 2027.
Sure.
That's the feel.
Sure. Yeah.
Because Arizona's still on the clock here at 143.
Arizona's taking all day.
Taking their sweet time.
Taking their sweet,
We got
sweet
3
time.
Cleveland round picks coming up. 3 out of 4 from 146 to 149.
Yeah, Todd Monken's ready to cook.
He is
Be right back.
absolutely ready to go.
He's got the Jordan jumpsuit on in the war room. He's ready to cook. So we got the Cardinals. Pounder Nation is anxiously waiting for pick 144.
Look at Arizona here.
Yeah.
The direction that they could actually go here.
I mean, they could technically go back again to the offensive line if they felt like they need more people for LaFleur's scheme.
Man, I love Chase Pasantis there.
That's such a good pick. Hey, I'll give you another one. Now we can get back to our 2 gapping run pluggers at D tackle.
Oh, sure.
They moved on from Tomlinson.
Yep.
Our guy Roy Lopez is there. They
course.
they took Caleb Proctor, who's the gap shooter. But that
Right.
you need the 2 gapping true 0 or 1 tech kind of player here.
By the way, Randall gave us a $10 super chat, said it was the best draft show by miles.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that. We
Thank you.
appreciate all you guys hanging out on
Yes.
this long Saturday. We love interacting with you guys. We have almost 28,000 people hanging with us right now. Pretty damn cool.
Somebody asked you in the chat, Klubnik checks off almost all of the Parcells quarterback boxes,
Oh, yeah.
which has to do with experience, production, you know, all that kinds of stuff when Parcells was drafting QBs. Any chance this isn't a dumpster fire?
It's weird. It's funny when you get asked things about it, like, that guy sucks, right? And it's like, well, I project him as a backup, and that's hard to do at the NFL level.
Yes.
Projecting a guy as a backup is, I think he's going to be in the league for 5+ years.
Yes.
And if Gino gets hurt or somebody got hurt and you need somebody to just be an adult at quarterback,
Yes.
they can do it. But there's just no upside to me. No upside.
I would actually, for the reason which they drafted K. Klubnik, I would be shocked if it didn't go well for him.
What are, the Jets are telling us exactly how they feel right now.
Yes.
That their quarterback is playing college football next year.
They have the Arch Manning jersey
Yeah.
already
Yes.
that they're going to walk up to the podium to hope.
And hopefully he doesn't pull an Eli and hold it like the Chargers jersey with the sad face.
And then, you know, another GM's WWE music comes on. See? Yeah.
Reggie Virgil.
All right. The Cardinals did make a pick.
I wondered if they were going to go wide receiver.
Yeah, what do you think of this? With Reggie Virgil from Texas Tech.
I mean, he's got long strides, vertical receiver. You see that there from him. I know he had some fans throughout his draft season. There's other wide receivers that I would have gone with over him. I felt like he was more of closer to pick 200 than here at the top of the 5th round.
Same.
So
I have the same way.
I would give this a C+.
Yep.
I knew that they were going to add a wide receiver. There's just other wide receivers that I would.
That's how
I never heard of him.
I think 216. I'm going to give this one a C. You know, obviously he played at Miami, Ohio in 2024. Was productive and then helped at Tech this year. Long strides, more build-up speed than fast. He's got the hang time and extension. He can catch the ball over the coverage. He was a true 50-50 guy. Caught 11 of 23 contested catches. I just wonder if he's going to be able to truly separate at the next level consistently.
Yeah.
And he's not dynamic with the ball in his hands at all.
I had a 5th round grade on him.
Right.
So
this is about the spot.
This is about the range. There's just other wide receivers once again on the board. Let me pull up wide receivers.
They're in an interesting spot. They're going to have to decide if they're going to pay Michael Wilson, which they probably should. But they got to decide that. You got to get Marv healthy and involved.
It's true, dude. I think the Marvin Harrison answer is one of the biggest for them over the next calendar year, because you're going to get in a spot where Arizona is also true. Their quarterback of the future next year.
Harris from Ole
and you're
Miss.
gonna be in a situation where you go,
Wheatley from
okay,
Penn State.
Marvin Harrison Jr. R1.
Kansas State center.
With Michael Wilson, he's coming on strong for him.
Well, the Kansas State center went to the Panthers.
Consider him the one, like the number one wide receiver. So
He just went to the Panthers, bro. I'm sorry.
Be like, hey, let's try to trade up and get another stud wide receiver in next year's draft.
I'm going to get some more Skittles, huh?
Carolina. There it is. Look at Carolina. Pounders, you deserve great things.
Back, baby. And great things you shall receive. Sam Hecht, the center from Kansas State, 2-year starter. Smart, aware, polished is what I wrote on the scouting report, Trevor. Smooth in the zone running game, lands on his targets, can cut off defenders, was great at the Senior Bowl practices. I love the acceleration, the ability to get on top of linebackers. He's a little undersized. Stronger defensive tackles are going to be able to push him back a little bit. He does lack mass. But in the 5th round, are you kidding me? This is an A+ for the Pounders. I think this guy's a starter at center.
Yeah, shout out to Eric Eager, the head of analytics there for the Carolina Panthers. This is a good one, Eric. I'm going to give this one an A+ here because Sam Hecht was a top 60 player for me, and he goes specifically to a team that needed a starting center. You lose Cade Mays, and even though Sam Hecht isn't quite the people mover that Cade Mays is, he gives you reliability. 25 straight games that he started when he was at Kansas State, and I couldn't have been more impressed with Sam Hecht when he was in Mobile at the Senior Bowl. Just how he was able to just plop down in that new environment and just win those one-on-ones. So this is
List definitely getting thinner.
I like this a lot for Carolina. Huge value for me there.
Carolina doing some really good things to get younger on the offensive line in this draft, and the Chargers pick is in at 1.
Chargers pick is in.
And it is Nick Barrett, the defensive lineman from South Carolina. This was a guy I turned on the tape a little
Nick
late.
Barrett, South Carolina.
I really liked him. I had a 5th round grade on him, player 150. But on the tape, you see a big-bodied, hard-nosed run stuffer, and he did it against SEC offensive lines. Team captain. He's only a 1-year starter despite being at this program for 5 years, but highly respected. He's not a dynamic pass rusher. He's 4.4% win rate. I don't care. This guy gets you tackles
and just versatile defensive lineman that I would have preferred over him. I'm surprised he gets drafted ahead of Devontae Capehart, who I think the way that you explain Nick Barnett, very similar to Devontae Capehart. I thought that he was going to go a little bit higher. It makes sense that they would make this selection to get some more beef on the defensive line. We knew the Chargers.
We might trade these last 2 picks for next year.
Somebody that could be a rotational run defender.
Nah.
That's what Nick Barrett is. He's going to do the dirty work for the guys around him. I think this is good work by the Chargers.
I'm so surprised that Rayshon Benny is still here.
I get Tim Keenan had the ankle this year, but 2024, Tim Keenan was
He was a rock.
He was an absolute.
Brandon Cleveland, you get him into the conversation as well. We talked about the off-field stuff with Zayvon Harris and probably why he could take a tumble. Are you a Zane Durant guy? Where do you think he was going to go?
Right around here in the 6th round.
I think so too. I also projected 5th, 6th round for him.
You know, Grayson Halton and Caleb Proctor went a round ago, and Durant. I like them a lot better.
Yeah, okay.
But
11 picks away, y'all. 11 picks away.
Yes.
With Durant.
Browns take center from Alabama.
That's true. That's true. How many schemes in the NFL will put a guy on the field like that that's get off the ball and try to shoot a gap?
I think teams are leaning more into just those true gap shooters because they just want to have those attacking fronts a lot. But Zane Durant's one of those guys who just he didn't play up to the athleticism he had consistently.
All right, so we got a couple Browns picks here, although they traded out of the 148. They are staying
cowards
at the 1. They said too much. Too many picks.
Come on, what are you doing?
How about Parker Brailsford, the center that transferred from Washington to Alabama? About as light of a center you will see, but with that you get the athleticism. 4'9", 540, almost a 33-inch vertical, a team captain, quickness, leverage.
What the Browns are doing is just so funny. You look at what they did in free agency with the offensive line. Re-signing Kevin Jenkins, trading for Titus Howard, signing Elkie Jenkins, signing Zion Johnson as well. Power, big offensive line. We're leaning more into
like
the downhill run game type of thing. And then you look at what they've done this draft. Spencer Fano, zone scheme blocker.
Clowney kill somebody?
Zone scheme blocker. Parker Brailsford, exclusively a zone scheme blocker. So they might have weight. They might go full hockey shift with the offensive line. Just be like,
this drive you're out there.
Hey, we're running zone here, and the whole new offensive line comes in.
Jump over the bench.
It's a dead giveaway, but there's nothing you can do about it.
It's pretty amazing.
It's kind of funny how teams like to stay multiple. There's no doubt about it. I thought that the Browns were going to be leaning into much more of that power, bigger offensive offensive linemen, downhill run scheme, and clearly they want to stay very versatile.
Yes, LT still on the board.
Keeping us on our toes, and he will do
LT is still on the board.
9, but right now the Commanders are on the clock at 147. We haven't had a lot of draft picks for the Commanders in this draft.
We haven't, and we knew that it was going to be a draft where they were going to have to maximize their picks. They took Sonny Styles and then
LT is not on the board. I lied.
players that I really
He was taken.
play well for it.
LT was drafted.
Yes, immediately. Sonny Styles can be a starting linebacker for you, and Antonio Williams.
LT was drafted. I missed it though.
That they did not have on this roster. They've got some speed, but not
Who
like
got
that
him?
from the slot, true lower average physical target, give me a bucket type of wide receiver. So I do like these additions.
Damn, is he? Hold on, wait. I don't see him.
I was gonna say I would have liked to see them trade back to get more picks, but no, I wouldn't. If Sonny Styles is on the board,
Right, you got
trade.
his
No,
guy.
you're not trading back. That's your guy. So, given the fact that the draft unfolded the way that it did, I like these two additions here for Washington.
By the way, I believe we have
Or maybe he didn't get drafted.
player trade in this draft that I'd like to get to.
Okay.
The Saints
Player
are
trade.
trading for an edge player.
Okay.
It is not Keonte Thibodeau. It is for Tyree Wilson from the Raiders.
The Raiders trade
They had
Tyree
first-round
Wilson
bucks
to the
for
Saints.
Raiders. He now goes to the Saints.
Okay.
Interesting. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network said that the Giants are holding firm on the compensation for Thibodeau. So this was the pivot.
What's firm on the compensation?
I would love to know what the Giants are asking for. Because Keonte Thibodeau
Probably a second.
cannot be playing for the Giants this year.
Right. Probably a second. Right.
I don't think anyone's going to do that. He's a good player.
You think nobody would have done a third?
I wonder if the Giants won't take a third.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, is there
Yeah,
actually
you're right.
a second and nobody's going to give a second? Because I think somebody'd give a third for Keonte Thibodeau.
He's a good starter on the
Yeah,
edge.
right.
I would do that if I needed a second edge.
I'm interested to hear the compensation for Tyree Wilson.
Oh, that's interesting. Tyree Wilson to the Saints.
Scenery,
He needs that.
because he wasn't going to play.
Here's the trade.
Okay, what is it?
So the Raiders get pick 150, and the Saints get Tyree Wilson and pick 219. So Tyree Wilson costs about a 69 spot swap.
I mean, they did not care about this player.
No.
Which Tyree
They're
Wilson,
like, this isn't our fault.
Tyree Wilson
This is-
has been a bust for them. There's no question.
Yeah.
And no one who drafted him is still there. So it makes sense that they would want him on.
The Commanders' pick is in. They take a very interesting pass rusher, Joshua Josephs. I had him 83rd overall, Trevor.
Yeah.
I get there's questions against
Hey, I don't know what the hell happened to LT Overshawn.
his length and his athleticism and his explosive first step off the ball. He's got real pass rush juice for a team.
Josh Joseph goes to the Commanders. That's a good pick.
Take behind Oweh in the same kind of role. I'm going to give this an A for the Commanders.
I'm going to give it an A as well. I realistically don't know how Washington does this draft better than what that they have done. You draft Sonny Styles in the top 10. You draft Antonio Williams in the 3rd round. And then we're at the 5th round, and you're picking up Joshua.
Said Dallas took him.
These are 3 areas that you had that you really needed to nail it because you didn't have a lot of picks.
Yeah.
And I think they absolutely nailed
I'm
it.
with you.
Joshua Joseph might have the highest ceiling.
Oh, okay, yeah, he went in the 4th.
Right? I mean, just like, I don't.
Caleb Downs, Malachi Lawrence, Jay Sean Barham, Drew Shelton, Devin Moore, LT Overton.
The physical gifts that he has, the long arms, the speed to power, the burst off the snap, all of that's phenomenal for him. It's just really inconsistent. The flashes and then the low lights, they're both there in every single game that he plays.
His pass rush win rate this year was 93rd percentile.
Yeah, I mean, that's the player that you develop. That's the kind of player that you really want to draft and develop, especially in the 5th round.
I still see some guys on the board.
Not been willing to move 2027 capital. We've only seen a 7th rounder from that draft go. We finally have another one. Seattle moves into this pick at 148. They give up their 4th rounder in 2027. This is coming up. This
Seattle
has to
moved
be
up.
a significant pick if they're comfortable giving a 4th rounder in 2027 is a big asset. I would make it the equivalent of a 3rd rounder in this draft. And they're going into the 5th round of this draft. Who's available that they want? They could use another receiver. Did somebody fall?
Because they picked Jadarian Price, and then who else did they pick?
Here's the best available from me.
Oh, Bud Clark and Julian Neal.
Keith Abney at corner, Billy Shrout at guard, Emmett Johnson at running back. Man, now we're getting in the range of Chandler Rivers is on this screen, the cornerback from Duke. Katron Allen I would really like Shroud for them here if they wanted more at guard.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Shroud. The only thing stopping Shroud from being a top 100 pick in this draft is being hurt. I'm fascinated to see what they do here because that's an expensive price.
They're not gonna draft tight end because they got Elijah Arroyo.
What's that? Hurry up, boy. Speed this up.
Staring at him here that they would go linebacker.
No, that board kind of got ripped apart over the last 2 rounds.
Well, we think,
that we know.
We're drafting linebackers all over the place.
I mean,
Seattle traded up.
Thinking that this is just a player that they didn't think would make it here. As we look at their draft so far, they took Jadarian Price at the end of round 1.
They got Bud Clark and Julian Neal.
True free safety, which made a lot of sense for them yesterday.
They might go for that defensive tackle.
Julian Neal, giant corner.
How far did they jump?
I don't know.
I know they traded it 2020.
They just went,
or was it just straight up?
Straight into this round. So they gave up a next year's 4 to pick here.
So they just wanted more picks in this round or in this draft.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, they only started the draft with 4 picks.
So
was this going to be? Well, what's their last pick? Actually, that's kind of funny because they're out.
They're done after this, or after the next one.
No, they do have 2 picks. Okay, because they made a.
Hurry it up, brother.
I think they made a trade earlier because they have this pick.
I wonder who the Seattle coming in here for. The running back, possibly?
Curious, too, if their thought process.
Did they get another running back to run with Charbonnet? The pick is in.
To replace the pick they just traded?
Maybe.
I'm looking that up right now.
Yeah,
Bo Stevens.
Wow, Bo Stevens is who they traded up for.
That doesn't shock me. We were looking at guard. Fit guard. Seattle, by the way, is expected to get back 3 5s and a 4 in the compensatory pick formula. So that's why they make the move and they go up and they get Bo Stevens here, Trev.
Yeah, I don't love Bo Stevens in offensive line concepts that really want you to get downhill, but ones that want you to get left and right. I think Bo Stevens is great for it. I think he's a zone blocking scheme, offensive lineman to a T. I think he lacks kind of that overall leg drive and displacement strength against NFL level defensive tackles, but this is a great scheme for him.
6'8" defensive tackle is a very Seattle pick. You think?
But
they went with the 6'5" guard.
He is a scheme fit for them. So
And we're about 8 picks away.
it's an interesting value,
Justin Jefferson goes to the Browns with the next pick.
especially since they think they're getting that back.
Yeah, we 8 picks away.
Give it a B+.
7 picks away.
Great on him, and they clearly thought the same as they went back into the top of round 5 to make sure they got him. They feel good about the
7 picks away.
back next year, but they were okay trading a future for it.
Let's get into it.
Scheme fit that gets after it in their run game, and they need a guy to compete at guard. Especially with Anthony Bradford there, it just feels like they want more confidence.
Yeah, he looks more like a two down thumper or an on ball linebacker in pass rushing situation.
The Vikings traded Justin Jefferson, and the linebacker version goes in the draft. I liked him better than his teammate Deontay Lawson. I had this player at 124. I think this value is pretty good. He's smaller. He's 6'2", 223, almost a 39-inch vertical with sub 4.6 speed. He's got range. He plays with urgency. He's lighter, but there's no fear in this guy's game. I love the acceleration, especially as a blitzer. He's played on the kick coverage units. He's played on the punt coverage units. Perfect demeanor for a special teamer. Yes, he lacks size. He's an outlier there. Climbing and pulling linemen are going to get hands on him and give him problems. But for the Browns, they've done really well at linebacker over the years, especially later.
Raiders took Dalton Johnson.
There are other
My boy is falling. He might fall right into our lap.
But specifically, you mentioned the athleticism, how fast he plays. This is a team that is going to be missing Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. We don't know if Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is going to play football, right? So that sort of
The Panthers pick is in. Broncos on the clock. 5 picks away.
Like I said, other linebackers that I have ahead of him, but I do
5 picks away.
Landing spot for him. I think it makes a ton of sense if you're not projecting that Owusu-Koramoah is going to be on your roster because of that neck injury that he suffered.
The Browns right now are either taking the smallest players at their position group with the most athleticism, or like you said in free agency, bringing on the biggest player. No in between.
They got bigger in free agency and they want to get faster in the draft. I guess that's just the draft strategy.
For Adam Schefter, the Raiders have acquired a 2026 fifth-round pick. As we said,
this is
150 from the Saints in exchange for a 2026 seventh-round pick. That's 219, and Tyree Wilson arrives in the mail with the pick.
Yeah, we kind of talked about Tyree Wilson already. I'm sure we'll talk about him.
Well, speaking of those Raiders, they utilized this pick on their second safety of the draft from Arizona. They got Traden Stukes, who played the nickel from Arizona. They get Dalton Johnson, another safety from Arizona. It goes to show how talented this Arizona secondary was. The fifth-year senior, 5'11", 192, 4.41 wheels. This guy's got really good speed. Spent all 5 years at Arizona, filled the stat sheet in 2025, 4 picks, broke up 7 passes. He's a box slot hybrid to me, Trevor, undersized, but found his way around the football constantly. I like this move. I have no problem taking Traden Stukes as teammate. I'm going to give this one a B-.
Yeah, safety was a big need for them, so I'm going to go with the B here for them as well. I think that they were going to add.
All right, getting closer.
I think that they add a traditional safety here.
Panthers take Zakee Wheatley. Safeties are starting to run. Our boy might come off the board before we get there. Kilgore is still on the board. Xavier Harris is still available. Abney. Lions like some receivers they were looking at, but those might have been. John Jolly's still there. I wouldn't mind getting Jolly either. Lions still got some options available.
Single high roll, he could play a split field role. I had a third-round grade on Zakee Wheatley.
You like that Panthers pickup?
Reliable player, he doesn't allow any yards after the catch. To me, this is
was Zakee Wheatley.
Really, really professional player.
6'3", 203.
Versatility. He diagnoses very well in front of him. He's got some ball skills. I'm going to give this one an A for the Panthers. They continue to strike value in their scouting department.
Yeah, I'll give it a B+.
And they got Monroe Freeling.
We're going to add a safety at some point. I didn't really want them adding a safety with a priority pick because I like Lathan Ransom a lot on their roster. But at this point in time, the 5th round, I think is very, very solid for Zakee Wheatley. I think you worry a little bit about the slender frame from him, right? He's going to be able to tackle at the NFL level with reliability, but I think he's a good ball hawk in those single high situations.
All right, we're being put to the test here, Trevor, because the Broncos pick is in right now. And they go
Damn it.
Justin Jolie, one of our top guys available here, 6'3", 250.
Let's go.
He would have been so good in Detroit.
Power slot to me. Great in contested catch scenarios. 11 to 13 in 2024. 8 of
Under this Petson scheme as like a great value Trey McBride.
Open a lot. His drop rate improved in 2025. This is an A- for me. This is another good value pick. Jolie was one of my favorite tight ends going into day 3 of the draft.
Yeah, mine too, buddy.
He's got the big hands. He's a reliable receiver. How many times have
Screw you, Denver.
Hours for this team, right? They didn't have the opportunity to draft him, but here in the 5th round, you get Justin Jolie. That's to me just an excellent plan B there at the tight end spot. This is the type of tight end that we have wanted them to draft.
Right.
So, I'm going to give this one an A for where they drafted him and the fit that he is going to be for him. I absolutely love it.
I would have loved to have him on my team.
Looking for that unique move tight end.
Yes, and Justin Jolie is perfect at that.
Perfect. Good scheme fit for Denver. Green Bay is back on the clock at 1:53. We'll see if they let everyone catch their breath. They do not.
They do not.
Jager Burton. 49ers pick is in. We're 2 picks away, y'all.
Center from Kentucky. You hear
center who you go, okay, he's only somebody who's going to push downhill. We're seeing him. Look at him on the screen. He can get out of his stance. He can be a puller. He can run those counter concepts. He can run inside and mid zone as well. Like, I think he's got good overall size. I'll check his percentiles here in a second, but this is an A- for me because I think he's somebody who's got the size in the game.
Better be Perkins or else.
And as a guard for the Green Bay.
47 starts across 4 seasons at center and guard. Decent athlete, Iron Man. He's got some size.
Just go on, keep it coming.
Getting over his skis as a blocker.
We almost there.
The balance issues popped up throughout his tape. I'm going to give this a B- though. This is right around where he should go, and you love how much college football this guy has played at 2 interior positions. Your guard gets hurt, he can play. Your center gets hurt, he can play.
And he's 312, man. It's 85th percentile for a center prospect. His arm length is 47th percentile for a center, which means he can play guard as well. So I'm a big fan of this one. I really like this addition from Green Bay.
All right, the Niners are back on the clock before we get to your Bucks at 1:55. We'll see if the Wriggler has one last trick up his sleeve.
No, not one last. They got 155 and they got 160.
He's been rolling the whole time.
Yeah.
Makai Levin got drafted
the
again.
regular mobile was boy.
The Niners at 154. I would love to see their draft if we ever get a little bit of a break here because they've had one of the more polarizing drafts on consensus.
Also
value
trade 2 picks for
compared to how
Kayvon.
they took guys, whether it's Galen Black, Deshaun Stribling, Kyle Shanahan is
49ers pick is in.
Fits their team as well as Romello Height in the DPR.
Yeah, Carver Willis is the offensive
Right, it's another
one. They added Grayson Halton to this team. Ephesians Price.
Hopefully it's not Jelon Kilgore, bro.
First pick that they made there at number 33. It is. It's sort of just a San Francisco 49ers type of a draft where you go, hey, yeah, like that fit, like that player. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, they know what they're doing. And then you see a couple other picks and you go, all right, sure. But you trust what they've been able to do because they have one of the winningest franchises over the last, I would say, half decade. So, drafting and developing these guys is going to be really important. Kalen Black, I think, is going to be a big emphasis for them in pass protection. Now, whether you draft a pass protecting running back at number 90, I think that the value for that is up for debate a little bit. But Stribling, I like him as a vertical threat, especially with a big game hunter type of quarterback like Brock Purdy. Carver Willis, I see him as more of an interior offensive lineman, but a really great scheme and style fit as more of that zone blocking scheme type of an offensive lineman. And then Prysock, I do like in this defense and what he could bring as a potential press coverage guy.
Hey, I gotta say it here, right? When you look at the Niners in this situation, I get it. Mac Jones still has a year left on his contract. They drafted Curtis Rourke recently. I'd love to see Garrett Nussmeier.
You're saying it.
I don't think they're gonna do it.
I don't know if they're gonna do it.
I don't think they're gonna do it.
Mac Jones has been getting a lot of trade calls this offseason.
Yeah, and they set a
49ers
very
have
high
said,
price for him.
absolutely not.
Purdy gets hurt.
Yeah. In San Francisco,
Jesus, what is taking so long?
basically like, yeah, please hold. They put him on elevator.
Come on, San Francisco.
They don't touch
For
the ball.
God's sake.
That is how it has been essentially reported.
We got 157, then we're back at 181. Jesus.
Jones from their team, but I think that's a good call out.
That would be getting ahead.
Jaden Duggar from Louisiana. 6'4", 240.
Don't think it'd be crazy if they doubled up on offensive line. They really should dip into this tight end class at some point. You got George Kittle off the big injury.
Right.
They always love to play two tight ends.
They got Jake Tonjes.
Right. He's going to be starting for them week 1. He had to hold it down when Kittle was hurt anyway.
Well, Jack Andrews. Wouldn't mind Jack
Andrews would fit. Royer would fit.
Riley Nowakowski is,
that would be the new use check.
Correct. Right.
Thinking it right away.
Juszczyk's still there, right?
Yeah, he's still there.
Oh, okay.
He's 34 now. Shout out to my guy Kyle Juszczyk. No disrespect.
Yeah, how long can you play fullback?
Forever.
Can you?
With the amount of protein Juszczyk ingests?
With modern day protein science, I mean, yeah, you could basically just
Little
wake up and
creatine,
ingest
little
that
protein.
straight into your blood, in your veins.
Everyone's like, thank God the pick is in. These idiots. The Niners have made their pick, and they go Jaden Duggar from Louisiana.
Okay.
This is the first player that did not make my big board taken in this year's draft. So Jaden Duggar from Louisiana. The Niners are on peak surprise pick mode right now.
I hate this pick simply because they drafted Nick Martin last year, sort of around this same range.
Bethune was good.
And Nick Martin couldn't get on the field for them when they had multiple linebackers.
All right.
Now, maybe they're just like...
Colts
hey,
are on the
Nick
clock.
Martin,
We're up
that
next.
experiment is over.
Right.
They might be operating just from the linebacker and running back. Like, it's the same philosophy. We'll get you guys in camp, and then we'll know immediately whether or not you can play for us. And maybe it was a very quick, okay, yeah, this guy can't play for us. And I don't mean to be overly harsh on Duggar, who obviously has the opportunity to work with a really good linebacker group there. But I don't hate it because of who Duggar is.
Here we go.
I hate it because I just don't like the draft.
The Buccaneers take DeMonte Capehart.
It feels like they're just...
Colts lines are now on the clock.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, no, it's a D for me. Wasn't on the board, and I just don't like the asset allocation at all.
Actually, this is an F for me because of the value of the pick, and there's too many linebackers that I would have taken over them.
Way too many. Better athletes and better project picks.
Yes.
But they typically have done this. They've struck big at times. They've missed big at times.
Yeah,
we'll see how this one goes.
It's true.
Your Bucks have done it again, and I'm not even being sarcastic. DeMonte Capehart was one of my favorite interior defensive linemen left on the board. Listen, you want to keep his snap count low, but he's rugged. He plays with power at nose. He's a good rotational run defender when Vita Vea needs a
The Colts take George Gums. The Lions are on the clock.
Yeah, he's done it again.
Yeah, he is, baby. We got another pick here for the Indianapolis
take George
Colts.
Gums.
George Gums, who I
And the Lions take Keith Abney the second. The little guy. What's his 40?
I mean, he makes contact with you. You feel it, man. I mean, he will knock you back with those speed to power moves. He's got great explosiveness, as you're seeing right here on the screen.
4.45 40.
That outside linebacker type of player. So,
He didn't run. He's suspected to run a 4.45. Keith Abney is a Detroit Lion.
So this is a great spot for George Gums.
In the 5th round, not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Was one of the best players available. Undersized for sure.
So you're just betting on the tools to draft and stash him. I'd give the Gums
5'10", 5'9", 187.
plus. This pick though, Keith Abney, I'm going to give it an A for the Lions. I thought Keith Abney was a day 2 corner. I think he does a good job staying in phase. He competes at the catch point. He fights
That y'all wanted.
ball in Arizona State's biggest game.
Okay, yeah. I said I didn't want a roller skater on my defense, but it is what it is.
Top 100 player that you were getting here in the 5th round.
We got a top 100 player though in the 5th round, so.
Okay, yes, he's not the fastest corner in the world, but there's a reason why. Every single time I was watching a wide receiver in his conference, I went, okay, the first game I want to watch is, did you play Arizona State? How did you fare against Keith Abney? And I think that just speaks to how
First team all Big 12.
he's more of an off coverage
Okay.
corner. You got to be careful with him when he's
I'm not mad at it.
guys could probably get behind him with the ability to keep up with him with ball and speed. You see here that off coverage type of assignment where he can take that contact his head around a press. He's so smart, man. Let him stay in off coverage. Let him bait quarterbacks. And I think just as a off coverage, cover 3 quarters, a shuffle type of
Okay.
shuffle type of a cornerback. I love
Led his team in interceptions.
Let's recap.
First team all Big 12.
Moving right now, people. We got some off the field picks. We have some teams cleaning up on the best available.
All right, Keith Abney. I'm not mad at it.
Joey to the Broncos. Jacob Burton, a guard center.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at Keith Abney Jr. at all. I'm not mad at it at all.
George Gums, a draft and stash, late to playing on the edge from Florida. He's got tools though. He goes to the Colts.
Let's pull up his player page. Not mad at this one at all. Keith Abney the second. He's 5'9" and 7/8, so we're just going to call him 5'10", 187. So he's not as small as I thought. 5'10", 187 average. 30-inch arms, 9 3/4 hand, almost 10-inch hands, 30-inch arms. Will eventually be an average starter. He got a pretty high grade for a 5th round pick with that 6.20 score, which is respectable. So getting him at round 5 is amazing. His total score came ranked 13th amongst all cornerbacks, 11th in production, skipped all drills except he did 15 reps on the bench, 15 reps at 225 at 187. It's all right. It's respectable. 3-year starter, played in 8 games in 2023 as a reserve on special teams, or a 2-year starter then. In 2024, led the team with 9 pass breakups and 3 interceptions, started in all 14 games. Followed it up in 2025 with an all Big 12 nod, led team with 12 pass breakups. Anytime a DB has double-digit pass breakups, that's a good thing. Tied for the team lead with 2 picks, 2 forced fumbles, and started 12 games. Had 44 tackles and a sack. His NFL comp is Teron Johnson. He was a projected round 3 player. Sources tell us he's trusted and well-respected in Arizona State's building. Very competitive and very smart. I trust these sources tell us scripts. Because all the players that we've drafted have had one. Overview, he's a feisty boundary corner with the makeup to slide inside and become a problem for offenses as a pro nickelback. Abney's coverage IQ and competitiveness are loud on tape. He pairs impressive instincts and recognition with ball skills of a receiver. He's physical and pressed, but loses ground and picks up penalties when it hits the 3rd level. His top-end speed and closing quickness from depth are average, which is the red flag here. All of our cornerbacks' top-end speed is average, so he's not going to stand out there. That is disappointing. He's also average in mirroring a shifty release, so rookie reps inside could be a little bumpy. He profiles as a zone match nickelback with physical press presence. Strengths: has a compact build with good balance and strong lower half. Practice battles with Jordan Tyson sharpened his game. He plays a physical brand of press. Searches for certain routes like a hitter looking for a pitch in baseball, so he shows good route recognition, competes hard at the catch point, racking up pass breakups, plays the throw like it's intended for him, which means he runs routes and jumps them well, bodies up and finishes tackles at a good rate. His weaknesses, of course, like every other corner we always bring on, he lacks length and top-end speed. So that's going, it is what it is. Has issues losing positioning late, even when in phase. Flagged for 13 penalties in the last 2 seasons per PFF. He's prone to chomping on double moves, which means he jumps routes a lot. Short stepper with average closing quickness from the top of his drop and needs improvement at slipping blocks and run support. I don't know. Defense. I love it. Love adding him to the secondary. Is he a starter though? Plug and play player? Probably not. I mean, she should be able to compete. I don't think he would win. I don't think he would win a job over DJ Reed, Terrion Arnold, or I don't know. He could compete with Ray Straw. Hopefully he doesn't beat Ray Straw out, but he'll definitely be able to step in and compete with Ray Straw and Rocky Sin. It depends where they see him at. Do they see him as a nickel or do they see him as a boundary corner? He has traits for each. I try to pull up some of his film and see what we can see. That lack of top end speed is why I wouldn't just put him as a day one starter. There's still some talent back there. And this is a 5th round guy, but he can definitely compete and be one of those guys that can end up finding a home. Just because of the group that we got doesn't really have guys, doesn't really have alpha dogs in it. I would say that cornerback room is wide open, so he can definitely compete.
Teams roster this kind of player anymore, Trevor, which is why I had Bredesen at 315 on the big board. So, listen, I love this position. I hate to see it dying out in the NFL. For that, I'll give it a curve of a C-. But I am surprised how early this is.
Vikings played the 12th most snaps with multiple backs in the backfield last season, so it is a scheme fit here. What did you give it?
All right, let's see. See what I can find on that boy, Keith Abney. Boy, got drive got me sleepy.
The NFL is proud to be part of the global community of wish makers, taking action to support Make-A-Wish during World Wish Month. Tonight,
Okay, let's watch some film on Keith. Let's see what we see. And cut the fucking music. Well, good job of jumping that route there. So he's going to be here. Bottom of the screen, they're going to play 3 high. Stays with it. Jumps this route. Good job. Better in off man. Does a good job of jumping some of these routes in off man. This is a damn good job I'm seeing. Good job staying in phase. Plays a physical style, it looks like, for the most part. He got beat on that rep. I don't know why they put that one in there. Top of the screen. Good job squeezing to the sideline. Play the ball through the air. Great job. Off man. That wasn't even man. That was off third. Great job. Dig in. Get back in the phase. Play through the ball. Great coverage. He has some good reps. Good job. Good job of not getting lost in this route, staying on that receiver. The recovery speed doesn't look too bad. I don't know how fast the receivers are that he's going against. The recovery speed doesn't look too bad. He plays physically. He does a good job with his patience in his press. I like how he stays in his chair. Good job flipping his hips there. He was beat inside, so he has to work on that. He's lucky they went with a double move. I don't know. He looked like he gets beat inside on a couple of these, but they're not throwing it. Coverage isn't bad, though. Get there. Great job. Good job. Good job. One thing I am not liking, he loses. He loses on the release a lot, but his makeup speed is not as questionable as they is not as questionable to me as they were making it seem. I don't know. That shit might get chewed up in the league, but he's decent. He's competitive. He definitely competitive. I like to pick for a 5th rounder. Has a lot of upside on him. We don't really develop cornerbacks that well, so we will see how that works out. Got some more here. Great job. Get up there. Get that out of there. Good job. Downhill, beat inside. That's a good way of playing through his hip and getting that pass deflection. I see why he got 12 pass breakups. Not afraid to come tackle. Yeah, that's some pretty good film. Beat him inside. Still get there. Okay. So I wanted to see him test him inside. He gives up that inside a lot. He does have good makeup or short area quickness to where he's getting beat on inside, but he's playing through. He's had a couple of pass deflections and pass breakups, so it's almost as if he's baiting it. Get downhill. That was kind of slow, but he still got there. And then of course, he ran that route for him. A lot of potential. A lot of potential with this one. He'll be able to come in and compete. It'll be a competitive room. A lot of those guys, like I said, it ain't really set in stone with him. So as a 5th round pick, he'll have an opportunity to get some valuable reps and earn a spot. Otherwise, it'll be special teams for him. But he definitely got some upside on him. I definitely see the upside in him. All defense. That's what I like, though. All defense. As many playmakers as you can add to this defense, the better. And he a roller skater, so he better have some type of feet work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all, Detroit. Not bad at all. How y'all liking the draft, though? If I had to grade the Abney pick for the 5th round, getting a competitive corner that can step in and I definitely think can compete, especially with how injured that room be, with the ball skills, that's another B grade. Heavy on the B grade. I think he's smashing this draft. We got to see how it turns out. I think he's smashing this draft. There's still some questions just because some of the guys that went after. But as far as the guys that are actually going to end up on the roster, they all seem like they could be pretty capable players.
An athlete with long arms, big build.
It seems like some of his best work, if you ask me.
I'm with you. I wonder if some teams are going to look at him as we look at my best available. He didn't get a combine invite, but I love Cyrus Allen, the wide receiver from Cincinnati. Really such a good
we got our comp pick next.
They're a little smaller, but they're so good.
All defense, too.
Yeah, really
reliable type of a wide receiver, especially with somebody who creates the separation that Cyrus Allen does.
Ravens still on the clock here, and the pick is finally in. And I believe it's Chandler Rivers, who we were just talking about.
Okay.
A smart corner in Chandler Rivers.
We were just saying that his value and how smart he is and how he plays the game, that is super valuable here at this point in the draft. I like this a lot for them.
I do too.
I like it for any team, to be honest. At this point, 5th round, I like Chandler Rivers for any team.
He's only here because he's 5'9", 185. Explosive tester. He's been a multi-year starter. You brought up the IQ. He ended up being player 104 for me on the board. This is an A- for me. Baltimore, they always are willing to take the guy that's overlooked by teams, maybe because of some.
It's basically Robertson.
Or things like that, and then they capitalize.
Similar.
Yeah, I'm with you. A-.
Draft a B. Just saw the live. Just saw the Keith Abney roller skate race video, like indoor speed skating in a gym flat track. Yeah, I did too.
Reminds me, and I know it's dangerous to helmet scout, but a couple of years ago, Michael Carter from Duke, same exact size, fell deep into day 3. He ended up getting a big time extension and becoming a starter.
Right.
And it was just because he was small.
Right. I like Chandler Rivers more than I even liked.
Chandler Rivers is a better athlete.
Yes.
Michael Carter.
Yes.
All right.
I think
I'm trying not to fall asleep, boy. This should be boring.
All right, we are flying.
Is this Charles Demings? Yeah, this got to be Charles.
I was gonna say I didn't even get to see who the pick is.
Yeah.
But
Look at the tape. Look at the fan cam.
There's the
We've
tape.
got a fan cam here. This has got to be Stephen F. Austin. This has got to be Charles Demings, who I was just talking about him. Really like him as a press man corner type of a player. Interesting that he's going to that Flores scheme where they'll play a lot of zone, they'll play a lot of 3-deep stuff, but they can play in press as well. I like his athleticism. I liked his showing in Mobile at the Senior Bowl. He was pretty fearless against any wide receiver that he went up against. And so, to me, I mean, he was a pretty big combine standout, too, if I remember correctly. Dude, like, really showcased
11
athleticism.
foot broad, 42-inch vertical.
Yeah, I mean, the dude's flying.
Freakish stuff.
Floating. Michael Jordan in space.
Does that mean he trash like Robertson?
He's taken off from half court.
Insane athlete.
Yeah.
Long arms, big hands, time speed. He passes all the small school guy to the NFL test.
Yep.
Chandler Rivers.
Yeah, really is. He's at his best when you said it, when he could jam and use his speed to disrupt. I didn't think he looked good in zone. He doesn't have the reactionary anticipation skills. That's okay. He's got to continue to get stronger.
Vikings took a fullback.
I'm gonna give this one a B though. This is right where I expected him to go, and you probably let him sit for a year.
Damn, we got the last pick.
As an aggressive corner.
Yeah, so the Vikings were top 10 in the NFL in, bottom 10 in the NFL in man coverage rate. So,
which is weird for Flores.
Well, but Flores will play. But what Flores wants to do is he wants to allocate a million resources potentially to affect the quarterback.
His pressure schemes.
So then you're just in off coverage and you're in more like true deep cover 3, true deep quarter, something like that. So it's an interesting fit there for him. But yeah, I think the B range makes sense for him. I'll give this one a B because I do like him getting to work with Flores there.
All right, I forgot about my nice little controller here. Got to flash that B on the screen.
Yeah, you got to remember.
I want to get to a super chat while we're waiting here because I saw a really nice one come across. This is from Jacob Wayne.
Are you controlling this bad boy?
No, I just watching on YouTube like everyone else. Love your guys' passion for the draft and listen to your podcast for years. Best in the business. Currently studying for law school finals. Listen to the stream. Love Jonah Coleman and Justin Jolie for my Broncos. Keep it rolling, gents. Thank you, Jacob Wayne.
Excellent picks for your Broncos.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jacob. Good luck on your studies for law school. I've had some friends and family who've gone the law school route, and anytime that they're studying for like the bar or something, I'll be like, "Hey man, let's hang out this weekend." They're like, "Nah, I can't.
I don't leave the house.
I gotta study for 7 hours." So I'm just like, "All right, lock in. All right, I respect it."
Meanwhile, you and I talk about round 5 for a living. We're never in the other way. Life like this sure is sweet.
Yeah, it is. Especially on days like today when we get to talk about
it's a beauty.
prospect
He gonna be ass.
164 who's about to go to.
Our last pick should be tight end def,
James
and I'll be happy.
Going to do here.
When you saw the Stephen F. Austin tape, you almost jumped out of your chair.
I knew it. I knew it.
The fan cam.
That was it.
James Gladstone is minus 110 right now to take a player. I didn't rank in my top 335.
I know, man. He might be minus money for that.
What's Gladstone cooking?
What's the most unhinged pick he can make?
What's Gladstone cooking?
Damn, bro.
Is it
81.
TV dinner. He's been up and down. Well, let's see. The pick is in, and no.
We only got 15 picks,
Tanner
bro.
Koziel.
Oh.
The pass-catching tight end Nice. From Houston, kind of a basketball player feel with Tanner Koziel, how he plays tight end.
It is. Wait, Jalen Daniels declared?
So people might be like, hold on.
Who the fuck is Jalen Daniels?
Nate Borkircher, and now we're drafting this guy. Totally different players. Nate Borkircher.
Damn, we should have got him. 6'6", 247?
Of a tight end that's going to allow you to get in multi-tight end personnel sets when Brenton Strange is healthy. Tanner Koziel is going to be a slot or X type of a receiving tight end.
Oh, never mind. We don't need him.
How tall?
6'7".
6'7", and he is somebody who above the rim stuff, right? The red zone opportunities. Like that's why you draft a player like this for that sort of specialization.
Yeah, he's a jump ball specialist. Total developmental phases of blocker. I wouldn't even put him on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, never mind. He wouldn't fit.
Like you said, power slot. A little earlier than I expected, but I know people like the ball skills. I'm going to give this one a C. Yeah, for me. I know he's a Senior Bowl guy, though, which always helps. And you're going to see the ball skills here. Really, the body control is it. Yeah, you like this one more than Borkircher. I did have Borkircher higher than him. Well done. Even though they took him.
Yeah, I like it better than Borkircher, and I'm not saying.
I thought I had this playing the whole time. I'm tweaking.
More than I liked Borkircher the player, but
I really thought I had that playing the whole time. My bad, gang.
But I do like this as sort of a compliment to the room. I like that the Jags are really emphasizing on the tight end position. I just didn't think that they would do that with one pick in the 50s.
Tanner Koziel, 6'6" and 8'8".
They got Hunter Long as well, but let's face it. The three tight ends that are going to play the most for Jacksonville next year: Brenton Strange, Nate Borkircher, Tanner Koziel. I think those are the three tight ends that are playing the most for them. So anytime that you get that type of value here at 164, I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. You talked about it yesterday. When Strange got hurt, it did change their offense. He is such an underrated player in this league. The Titans are back on the clock. They really kind of started things off with a bang when they surprised everybody with Carnell Tate as the 4th overall pick in the draft.
It's true.
And the pick is in for Tennessee at pick 165. Robert Saleh's Titans go with Nicholas Singleton, the Penn State running back drafted ahead of his teammate Keonte Allen. Much different player with Singleton. I like him in space and pass protection. I don't see him being a zone runner with his lack of vision. Player 143, so the value here is right. I ended up having him as RB7. I think he helps you in space in the pass game. You can trust him once again, blocking, taking on blitzers. He has really explosive speed. Now he is dealing.
Nick Singleton should have gone here. Phenomenal athlete, no question about it. But there are a lot of running backs that I would have taken over him, even with the athleticism bonus. Le'Veon Moss is one of them. Damone Claiborne is one of them. Jamari Taylor, Keonte Allen, Seth McGowan. Those guys I would have taken. Jaden Ott, I would have taken over Nick Singleton. And so I think you'd probably just look at the athleticism and say, hey, it's the 5th round, let's take a chance on it. Because there's not a lot of running backs who have the athleticism that he has. And that's why you do it, but there are a handful of running backs that I feel are going to be more productive or could be more productive at the NFL level.
All right, Singleton goes off the ball. I thought his teammate would go first in Keonte.
I am very surprised that the fat man did not go first.
Yeah, and that is with the most respect.
Yeah. That's not an insult there.
Gotham City, thank you for the super chat. Said after riding with y'all through many draft seasons, this is sick. NFL SC live draft coverage needs to be codified as a human right in the Geneva Convention. Crushing it as always. Go Lions, baby.
What an incredible super chat. Yeah. Holy cow.
Really took a turn.
I took a
Spoke
turn
too soon?
Like
It
got
just kept
better.
getting better.
The more we read that super chat. That's awesome.
My best available, Garrett Nussmeier at 101. I wonder if we're going to hear his name called soon or if there's a medical situation there. Jalen Kilgore, teams clearly do not like because it always confuses me, Trevor, when a player declares early because they get feedback from the NFL.
By position.
And he tested well. It's not like he tested poorly. Yep. And he's falling all the way down the board.
Inconsistent, sure. But, there are moments where you see him lock dudes up and
quarterback, Nussmeier, Taylor Green, Pavia. And if you need Altemeyer, Jalen Daniels. All those guys are available. Running back.
And the more that these teams are drafting these tight ends.
Randall, Claiborne, Le'Veon Moss, Jamari Taylor, Hemby, Keonte Allen, Seth McGowan.
You had a guy who we haven't talked about.
Shit, trade him. C.J. Donaldson from the
offensive lineman from Duke.
Jam Miller, Jaden Ott.
Played at left tackle for Duke, but
pick is in for the Bears, and they go with your guy, Keonte Elliott at linebacker. Trevor, I know you like this player a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think
The Bears got a linebacker.
Steady linebacker.
Keonte Elliott from Arizona State.
Diagnosing the run game, he's always where he needs to be.
Arizona State had a lot of motherfuckers get drafted. Arizona and Arizona State, between those two schools. Because when all these players get drafted from Arizona and Arizona State?
The Chicago Bears, they had T.J. Edwards, but he was banged up. They signed Devin Bush. They lost Tremaine Edmonds, but they needed somebody who I think could be that next linebacker in there. And I think Keonte Elliott gives you a higher floor from your backup linebacker, so I'm a fan of getting him here.
Kilgore is still free falling. Don't know why.
This is right in the range I kind of, you love when a plan comes together.
Really do.
The splash play production was great this year. You had the 14 TFLs. When he sees it, he can blow plays up. I think he gets caught with way too much hand fighting at the second level against climbing.
Tight ends, Cuevas.
When he sees things, and you see the range right there,
Trig,
he really
Royer.
blows up plays. And I think he's smooth, flowing in the A gap and the B gap as a true downhill linebacker. I'm going to give that one a B. Right where I thought he'd go. I think he provides depth at middle linebacker for you. And they need more run defense first kinds of players. That's what he provides.
The chat is shouting this out, and I'll give this a B- here. I like Keonte Elliott. Obviously, I talked a little bit about the things that I like about him, but we are 6 selections into the Bears draft, and they do not have a defensive line.
Yeah, and Tim Keenan was sitting right there. Yeah, it's a good call. It's a good call. It would definitely hurt this grade for me if they don't. Who's like the edge rusher?
Lions traded up to 168.
Oh yeah, that's comes to mind. Mason Rieger.
The Lions traded up to 168.
Close to next off the board. Not named Tucker.
Yeah.
They getting us out of here. Thank God.
Quintavious Hutchins.
Who was it?
I actually liked Quintavious Hutchins when I was watching him at the Senior Bowl. Mikhail Kamara, Tyreek Sapp,
Michael Heldman from Central Michigan will probably get drafted today. Very small school guy. With
Here we go.
Tested pretty well.
Who do you think the Lions traded up for? Let me know in the chat.
Picks here, by the way. It looks like did the Lions move in?
Yes, the Lions did.
The Bills are going to make the pick at 167. The Lions have moved into 168. So Trader Bean.
Who y'all think it's going to be?
So the Bills went Skylar Bell recently, which was a great value.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated to see how Jim Leonard kind of changes their style of defender. TJ Parker.
I think it's gonna be a lot more in your face.
Well, then VJ Payne would be that.
Yeah,
that
I'm with
project corner you're talking
now
about.
Now they took Davison Igbinosun, but you can take another one, right? When we talked about Davison Igbinosun coming off the board for Buffalo, we went, okay,
yeah,
maybe some corners that we like a little bit more than him, but you're changing.
Yes, we traded up from 181 to 168.
You were drafting guys that were off zone coverage corners because Sean McDermott was a quarters.
We traded up with Buffalo.
It was all very zone.
Two high safeties, like just more zone coverage stuff. And Leonard, I think, is going to play more aggressive.
Who do they want? Kilgore, Payne?
Safety rotation is going to be a little bit more aggressive.
Hopefully a tight end or a running back.
Your front is going to be more aggressive. So
let's see.
Players that have the athleticism, the explosiveness, the length to be able to play on the line of scrimmage and press. And I think that DJ Payne could be a good pick for him. I agree with that. It's a good shout out by you.
Thank you. He falls into that. Deshaun Singleton from Nebraska is really interesting.
Who is it?
6'3", 205, 33 inch.
Hurry up, Buffalo.
If you're looking for a bigger safety, somebody that, to me, just can really bang in the box. Someone that is not afraid to go downhill and make plays in the run game with his size and length. So the Bills.
Damn it, Buffalo. Buffalo took Jalen Kilgore.
Towards defense, as they look to get more scheme fits, we're going to find out now as the pick is in for Buffalo at 167. The Bills go with.
All my guys are going either right before us or right after us, bruh. It's fucking insane this year. All my guys are going right before us or right after us.
Kilgore, who, listen, there are some fair questions about him. 6'1", 210, 33-inch arms. He's a little tight in the hips. I thought the lateral agility can be mediocre in man coverage sometimes. But this is a 3-year starter at South Carolina. He's 21 years old, permanent team captain. You love the combination of size, length, and burst. I think he can get vertical in coverage. When he understands when to open up, he's got the long speed to get downfield, and he has ball skills as well. So I'm going to give this pick an A for the Bills. I had questions about Kilgore if he was a top 50 selection. Instead, we're sitting here. He goes at 167. They needed more help on the back end. They get it in Kilgore. Yeah, I think so, especially because of what we were just talking about. You need these bigger players if you're going to play more of an aggressive scheme. And they have D. Alford in the slot right
Damn,
now,
Buffalo
but
took the
that's
safety
kind
and
of it.
said,
And I
take
think
our
that
other
Kilgore
pick.
brings you a lot more
Kendrick
size,
Law,
center
wide
ball,
receiver from
be able to
Kentucky.
match up against those
This is
tight
the
ends.
first what the
Like,
fuck
you know,
pick,
this
but
draft, we're seeing a lot of
I
teams
don't,
that are
you
going to
know.
have a lot of tight ends on the field at all times. So I love this.
Kendrick Law is the pick. Lions traded up for a wide receiver. That's the first pick I'm shaking my head at, but
hips that can flip
I
and really
guess.
turn to run, but man, he is somebody who
I guess.
I think the length overall, the strength that he
Competition
plays
with
and that
Dortch.
explosiveness to be able to carry vertically. I like this one.
Another body, a special teamer, a returner, possibly.
I like that you brought up. It gives them more of a bigger nickel rather than a smaller nickel that they have now. Yeah. I didn't
Keaton
love
Allen, a
him
running
in
back.
the box as a run defender or run defending safety, so maybe he stays in the
We took Kendrick Law.
as well. The pick is in.
The Lions take Kendrick Law, 5'11", 203. He sound like a running back.
Wide receiver from Kentucky. He was 185 for me when you look at Kendrick Law. Wide receiver, also a kick returner and punt returner. Very important to note here.
Yeah, I knew he was going to be a returner.
He's dynamic and
42-inch vertical.
touches. Remember, Kentucky did this with Wandale Robinson once upon a time. They love getting the ball.
What's his 40?
He's still just 21 years old when drafted. Love that he can return. With the average depth of target, he's a screen merchant a little bit here, Trevor. So you're just looking for him to make plays with the ball.
A 4.45. He's not a blazer. He's a 4.45 40 guy.
It's over Deion Burks. And for that, I've got to give this one a C here because I think that he's a player that I would have much rather had. Kendrick Law, 0th percentile average depth of target. There it is. It's had to be up down there. 3.2 average depth of target. Now, obviously, like the yards after catch stuff was a lot higher because you're getting the ball in his hands with screens and slants and things like that. But to me, I feel like the work as a true route runner is very limited for him. But
This the only one I don't get.
I look at this as a special teams pick. So I'm not going to be I don't want to be too harsh on this when it comes to overall work as a wide receiver because I do think that they're drafting him for the special teams ability. That's where I think that he's really going to play for this team. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it. All right, this is from PGH Steelers now. Caden Weegan was shocked the Steelers took him in the 4th.
Okay, I don't, you know, I mean, he's not really a blazer. 4.45 speed, does have kick return, punt return ability, slot ability. Another weapon. I mean, I guess I wasn't expecting wide receiver. I wasn't expecting wide receiver. And there's some wide receivers. I mean, the fact that it's some wide receivers like Cyrus Allen and Deion Burks on the board, it can't be about the wide receiver aspect of it. It got to be about the special teams aspect of it. So with that being said, I mean, trading up for, I don't know, bro. Alabama transfer with a compact build whose primary function at Kentucky was to add yards after the catch on quick throws near the line of scrimmage. His route tree was 0 percentile, meaning 0.3 yards per route. I mean, 0 to 3 yards per route. Law ran a limited route tree with most of his 25 targets thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Tight hips, dull downfield route breaks, and he rarely runs routes at his true speed. He has strong hands to make contested grabs and break tackles on a regular basis with the ball in his hands. Law's special team background at Alabama helps, but it might not be enough for him to stick on the roster. So he'll compete as a special teamer. That's what it seems like. 42-inch vertical, 10.8 in the broad jump is explosive. 5'11", 203, runs a 4.45. Posted just 4 career touchdowns and finished a season with more than 135 receiving yards only once. Really? Oh, that was in one game? That's the most he ever did was 135? Or he's never done it? Okay. Tight hips create linear movement around. Okay, it's whatever. It's a special teams player. I don't know why they felt they needed to trade up for him. Maybe they just want to get the fuck out of here. And they don't want all these picks. But, yeah, it's another trade up for Kendrick Law this time. Or at least one pick on fire and a trade up every draft. It should have been Perkins, short and slow. Former Bama wide receiver Brad's got to take a Bama player every draft. Lord, bro. Okay, now. Yeah, I ain't going to act like I understand this one. I mean, average backup or a special teamer, he's going to be a special teamer. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Let me see if I can find something on him. Kendrick Law. Kendrick Law. Could have got a tight end for. Like, come on now. I don't need to hear this conversation. I can't even find nothing on Cuz. Okay, here we go. I found something. It took a little with it. Okay, hold on. Kendrick Law. Here we go. All right, let's watch him work a little bit, man. Let's see what he got. Let's see what he got. Okay, here we go. All right. I mean, he's not slow. He's just not like a super burner. 4.4 is still NFL level speed. You know what I'm saying? He break tackles. Get in the slot. Underneath. Come back. Catch. Break a tackle. I need to see him break a tackle every time he touch the ball, and he do. So if he do come in the game, it'll be a little gadgety shit like they be doing with because if you watch Petson in Arizona, Petson used to do similar stuff with Dortch, where Dortch would even have carries out of the backfield as a running back. So he still kind of fits that mold. And touchdown. Yeah, this will be a special team. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to let this rain on the parade. It is what it is. Jalen Kilgore went to pick before we even got to pick Abney, so I like the first four. Maybe the linebacker was a reach, but I can see a role for everybody. That's one thing I will say about this class. I see a role for everybody. I see two starters. Well, Derek Moore won't be a technical starter. He's not a three down line. He's not a 3-down player, but he'll be a heavy rotational player. Blake should be a starter. He could be a key special teams contributor here. Abney will be a special teams player who should be able to compete for some reps as well. Yeah. He got to have blocking upside. He's a gadget player, Mobby. I think that's what I said, buddy. Yeah, but that's all you're going to do. Not too much to look for. I mean, you'll see if he gets on the field. If he gets on the field, He'll be competing with Dortch though. That's what it looked like to me. He'll be competing with Dortch. They both do the same thing, the little gadget shit and the special teams. Look at some of his Alabama work. Some of his Alabama work here. He got let's go. Work. That's the farthest. He breaks tackles though. He's a yards after the catch specialist. Short yards, screens, gadget shit, special teams. Swiss Army knife, somebody that can pick up 3-4 yards and get us a first down. So make somebody miss. Or get his ass popped. A Bama product, so you know they liked him. Get him out on the reverse, get him in space. He doesn't seem the shiftiest, he just runs strong. Downfield, catch, break tackle, into the end zone. Catch, break tackle, break tackle. See? Yeah. Atlanta might have won the draft. They did good. Hey, we started off with a high note. I think we got some good players. I like that we focused on the defense. This one, yeah. But you can tell the Lions brought in a lot of wide receivers for visits and shit. So we knew it was going to happen. Lorenzo Styles Jr. to the Saints out of the Ohio State. I don't think nobody was about to take Kendrick Law. The Lions just wanted to get the fuck out of there. When's our next pick? I'm about to get the fuck out of here. It's been a nice, long draft. And we don't come back, nigga, it's 168. We don't come back till 205. It's 175 and we don't come back till 205. That's 25, 35 picks. Nigga, I'm about to get up out of here, big dog. I'll have videos on all these guys soon, though. Jimmy Rolder, Keith Abney, Kendrick Law. Yeah. What are you talking about with Atlanta? With they 3 picks? Oh, he was being funny. Avion Terrell, Zachariah Branch, and Kendall Daniels. They only had 3 picks. I was right. I said we were going to walk away with 5 to 6 players. Yeah, I said that too. I think you might have got that idea from me. I think you might got that idea from me first. Tell a nigga he got his idea from you is crazy. We gotta wait. Wow. Well, we got the 24th. Yeah, I'm getting off. All my guys is gone. None of the prospects I was looking forward to seeing are still available. Everybody I really scouted has been drafted. He should have been gone. He's a criminal. It'll be interesting to see who gets him. Other than that, ain't nobody here I would be like, ooh, we got him. Harold Perkins still there, though. But ain't nobody gonna want that 220 boy. Josh Cuevas just got picked by the Ravens. That's somebody I thought could have been a good tight end for us. They're gonna use him as a fullback, a utility type fullback tight end hybrid. That's gonna be cool. He definitely go get some burn. Damani Jackson still on the board. Diego Pavia. Ravens got back-to-back picks. I don't think the Lions gonna trade back in. And I'm pretty much. It's pretty much OV for the day. It's pretty much OV for the day. I gotta get off here so I can get started on making videos about the guys that we did pick up. It was nice kicking it with y'all and watching it, but we got a lot to discuss. Got a lot of film to find. Try to find matchups and shit. We're gonna break these down. I'm tired. Yeah, we still got picks left. We still got 2 picks left. We still got 2 picks left. But I ain't staying on here to watch them have them. It's over. So y'all niggas let me know who they pick. I'm going to get started on editing some of these videos. Other than that, we all good. All right. Solid draft, though. I ain't going to lie. Outside of the wide receiver, special teams, gadget player, nigga, I guess. I mean, I ain't mad at it, but that was the only real head scratcher. I like the Michigan boys. Keep Abney. I don't know if Abney gonna ever have a big impact, but it's another body that's competitive in that room, just in case Rakestraw don't take the step that we want him to take. So I think it was a pretty solid couple picks. Would you agree? Max still out there. Yeah, Max still out there. Oh, yeah, one. Yeah, Max, he last. But we knew that. Anyway, I'm out, y'all.